All right, what's up, everybody? Happy Monday. Let me make sure my light is on. Da. No, that's supposed to be the hype music, man. That's not idle music. That's the hype music. Happy Monday, everybody. Hopefully your weekends went well. Good to see you. We'll do our Monday thing, which is just it's an open talk day. Whatever God topics people got. What up, Nafisha? Karaoke. N7, welcome back, everybody. Not much on the agenda today, like I said. Hello, humans. Welcome back. I'm having a little disconnection issues here. I'm seeing stuff connect and disconnect. I hope we don't have issues. Yeah, it's not the camera this time. I'm seeing like internet disconnecting and stuff, so we'll see. It is what it is, and we'll handle it how we can. So you have a song to use? So I like that song at the beginning, man. It gets me kind of hyped. Sometimes I'm a little bit tired before the stream starts or whatever. Oh, I don't have my watch on either. Yeah, now I know I'm tired. I only have my outfit together. Just kidding. Kind of. A little bit. But yeah, I'll be doing this. We'll kind of hang out for an hour. What's up, Buck? Pyro. We'll go an hour, see how it goes. But there's a video I want to work on, so sometimes I'm a little excited to get my project going and work on some things. So we'll see what this holds, and then we'll just play it by ear and go from there. The plan is an hour, and then I'll give me enough time because it takes me about, like, this video is, I don't know, probably like 20 minutes long, I guess. So it take me like an hour to record, and then another hour, 2 hours to edit it. Need a song for a break. Yeah, there probably does need to be a better song for the break. I'll give you that. Because I am a person that, hey, if it's time for me to get up and go get a drink or whatever the case is, I will get up. That's for sure. So same options as always. If you know how to work Discord, just jump into the Discord. If you don't, then you can use the link that's pinned. We got a lot of musicians in here. See. Anyways, you guys let me know how your weekend went. Haven't seen you guys since Friday. Let me know if you got any cool debates in while I was gone. Curious. We do have somebody that's looks like they wanted to chat, I think. Hello. Hello, are you there? All right, I guess not. Hello. Looks like somebody talking, but I can't hear you. Give you a chance to call back in. All right. Well, looks like somebody tried, but their mic wasn't working. That'd be cool if we get right into it, by the way. Time keeps passing by. None's getting younger. Oh, those are music. I debated whether I should have pizza or burgers. My wife is making or she already made it. I didn't get a chance to eat it yet. Probably won't eat till later. But some ribs. So I'll be chowing down on some ribs later, hopefully. Hopefully I'm hungry enough because sometimes I'll do all of this stuff and then by the time it's time to eat, I'm like way less hungry. So I'll take like a few bites and then I'll be full. I bet you did win that debate. All right, we're going to give the guest a chance again. Hello. Hold on, I might see something. Hold up. Let's see. Audio. Nah, you're up. You should be good. And I see your green moving. Let me try reconnect mic for you, see if that helps. It says your default mic is a wireless mic. Are you sure that's the correct one? Just saying. Oh, there is no stage. Just so you see that, yeah, I see you here, man. Or my gal. You are trying. Hey, you wanna if you have Discord, let's just use the Discord. Let me put that in chat for you too. So if the video ninja isn't working, try this Discord link. We're gonna try it one more time. I said I'll make sure I don't have something muted. But like I said, I see your mute, unmute. Yep. Oops. Let me do all that. Yeah, I don't know. Try the Discord, brother. Or sister. Anybody. All right, like I said, we'll see what's going to happen. See what's going on. Let me get my energy going. So, hope everybody's doing good. Welcome, everybody, again. Welcome, welcome. So, you got two options. I think everybody would be able to figure out at least one. You know what? Hey, whoever you were, go ahead and join back one more time. I think I might just see a button. Like, this totally could be my fault. And I'm always open to admitting I'm wrong. Come back and see. Like, I think I just saw the button that I need to click. So, if you can, join back to the video ninja or however he's named. I'm pretty sure I just saw. And it's if this works, it's totally my fault. And I apologize. Yeah, Ninja worked for you, so go ahead and join. But whoever was just in there, I think I saw my button I didn't click. So it wasn't you, it was me. So if you want to rejoin, and I'll make sure you're first up. But if they're not coming back, hey, anybody's welcome to join up. Just be sure, like, if you see me talking to somebody and I leave you hanging, I mean, if you can wait, that's great. But I'm not going to have more than one person up talking, because I actually want to hear what people have to say. I'm very curious how other people think about these things. It's very interesting to me. So you guys don't forget to click your buttons, all that good stuff. Everybody laughs when I say click your buttons. I got a comment that said, click your buttons? What does that mean? I got an old time friend for us on the next video. I haven't done a video on this person in a while, so I'm a little excited to do the video. I know everybody loves Frank Turek, but I got another guy that says some interesting things as well, so pretty cool. And I see you guys have been using the Discord and talking and chatting. I don't feel the need to be like really in there all the time watching people, as long as everybody's acting reasonable. I'm okay with that. I don't want to be having to monitor people. Like, hey, just chat like adults. My rule is, hey, have some evidence about what you say. Don't just come in here preaching either way, right? Like, because it's all preaching when you have no proof to me. That's what preaching is to me. It's just saying shit to make you feel emotional. That's preaching. If you have evidence towards what you're talking about, I don't consider that preaching. But if you're just saying words that are supposed to make me feel a certain way and not show me where I'm wrong, that's preaching. Hey, James. Hey, thank you very much. Appreciate it. I take everybody's feedback into account, and I'm hoping that my channel just keeps improving. I think I've improved. A lot of my recent videos I've actually enjoyed. So because sometimes you make the video, and I'm not always going to enjoy my videos. I actually think most of my videos I hate, but I do want them to be as real as possible. Yes, of course, I write out stuff I'm going to say or type out everything I'm going to say, but it's as real as possible as I'm going to do it, right? So I'm trying to implement like a freestyle day, right? So where like I did it a couple weeks back where it's like Freestyle Thursday, where it's just me just talking. But to me, it's more important to get my point across than, like, I want to be entertaining. Don't get me wrong, but it's so much more important for me to help people think. For that one person that's watching my video that just needed to hear it in a certain way, like I want to catch that one person, because being stuck in these thoughts, being stuck where we were just brought up to be as babies, literally just whipped into some people, trained into some people, forced into some people, at least where I live. If I live somewhere else, I'd be talking about other religions. But this religion was literally just forced down my throat, and it's just forced down many people's throats. And then even when you get out of it early, I find a lot of people go back to it because it's still what's in the back of your mind. So there's no coincidence that even if somehow you got out of it when you were like a teenager, and people have this story all the time where it's like, nope, I got out of it and then I went back. That's not any more proof that it's true at all, because you didn't come up with something that you didn't have already inside of you. Like, it was just, you had it, just, you just pushed it to the back of your mind. So being able to think logically, it's very tough, right? And that's why you'll see me, I'll try to be a little bit kinder to people because of that, right? Because I don't know, man. Like, I think people forget what it was like to believe some of this stuff. And I don't think we always treat everybody like we would treat them. Like, I don't know how to say it, because I'm not, I know I made a video on how this might be like a psychosis, right? Because of the lady that said it, Madam O'Hare, back in, like the early 90s, 80s, 70s, all that. I forgot exactly time periods, but I don't know, man. I think people, we just got to try to be nicer to each other. And if I'm really trying to make a point and I really want you to listen, me being an asshole to you is just probably not going to do it. And we talked about this before. Everybody's got their style. So in no way am I talking about anybody's style, because I'm also the person that would tell you certain people might need to get yelled at. Not everybody, but there are certain people that just need to be yelled at, and that's how they might learn. But there's other people that learn in different ways, and you might need somebody like me that will just literally talk the shit with you, right? Like, I will talk the shit with you for hours, right? I'll play the game with you, right? If you tell me you believe in this kind of God, I will play the game with you, and we'll just go through what it would be like if that God is real. And I know a lot of people can't do that, but I can, because I'm really interested in people's stories, right? I'm interested how you got to where you are, because I know how I got to where I am. Like, I know my story, and people like talking about themselves, man. Like, real talk. Like, people like talking about themselves. So just, I don't know. If somebody's wrong, you first need to let them talk, because one thing that triggers people's brains, or triggers the logical, I'm going to say, is letting them hear themselves. Like, let the people talk. Let them talk. Like, let them hear themselves. And like, that'll help, because a lot of the times we're not letting these people hear themselves. Like, I love that Frank Turek's out there making those videos. Like, it makes me question if he really believes what he's saying a little bit, or does he just not watch himself, right? Because a lot of the videos, I'm not saying anything special. I'm just pointing out some very obvious things, and then I go through my chat. Some of you guys are even better at it. Like, when I go through the comments, I get a lot of my ideas from comments as well. That's why I like having, I hope you guys see that I want a community that we're just chatting like crazy in the comments. I want us going back and forth talking. That's what I want. And it's because people can now hear themselves. The more you let people talk, the more they can hear themselves. And then you can attack what they're saying, and then they can attack what you're saying, right? It should be a no fear, no holds bar, let's just be really honest conversation. And yeah, attack what I say, and then I'm gonna attack what you say, and then at the end of the day, I treat it like a basketball game. Like, I wanted to beat the heck out of my opponent, but at the end of the day, we shake hands, and we try to learn from each other as we go, right? As we go, and then we come back, right? Each conversation should get a little bit more intense, by the way. You start off the first conversation kind of chill, and then you get to the next step where it's, it's not as chill anymore because we done talked already, right? We done exchanged names, we exchanged courtesies, we exchanged the fact that we're going to be human to each other. So it's just getting in the dirt with with people. If you disagree with somebody, you should be excited to go talk to that person, as long as there's no violence involved, obviously. But uh, I truly get excited when somebody disagrees with me, and I know I've said that before. It's such an excitement. Like how Goku wants to fight his strongest opponents. Yeah, opponents. Sorry. Yeah. Yeah, Madam O'Hara. Yeah, Thank you for correcting me on that. We can talk about Ezekiel 23:20. If you join, the link is there. You can do Discord or here. I can pull up Ezekiel. That's what you want to talk about today? All right. So we got Ezekiel 23:20. Make a video live. Yeah, maybe we could do something like that. Like maybe do a members type of thing. All right, Ezekiel 20. There she lust. Oh, wait, hold on. Sorry. There she lusted after her loves, whose genitals were like those of donkeys. Oh, wow. I forgot about this one. And whose emissions was like that of horses. I forgot all about this verse. I don't know what we want to talk about on that one, but I mean, the context, I guess, what? Ezekiel 23 is using two symbol sisters. Oh, okay. Yeah. Samaria, Jerusalem. The Bible's got some weird shit, man. Like the Bible's crazy, y'all. Hey, what's up? What's up? What up, heretic? We're waiting on somebody that wants to jump in. So links there. This open Monday, so take advantage of Mondays. Mondays you get to kind of get to shut me up a little bit because you get to dictate what we're going to talk about. So Monday is a good day if you want to try to get the upper hand on me and put me in a corner. I like being put in a corner. I like it to be tough. I like to think, man. And if you can make me think, I like you. You don't want who to go to hell. Uh-oh, Muhammad's back. What up? Hey, just say hello. If you're going to preach, just say hello. You know my rule, man. Say hello. Oh, we got somebody. All right, let's see. Hello. Oh, it's working now. Yep, this was my fault, y'all. My bad.
Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Can you hear me? Just make sure to turn off the audio on my stream, though, so you don't get lost. Can you hear me? Just make sure to turn off the audio on my screen so you don't get lost. Oh, hello. You got an echo. All right, hold on, I'm gonna mute you. All right, so you have an echo because you're listening to me. You got to turn off the stream volume, and then I can hear you. And let me see. Let me make sure my audio is working. So 1 second. I'm kind of new to this too. No worries. All right. Okay. I think I found it. All right. Can you hear me now? I think we should be good. You hear me now?
Yep.
All right. There we go. All right. I'm going to take the blame for all of that, by the way. All my fault. All right.
That's fine.
Welcome.
Welcome. Thank you. Yeah, so that ended up going for a turn, right? Last week.
Did it? Did it?
No, a good turn. I was not expecting that at all. At all. But anyway, so just like you said, I truly agree with the whole, if you don't like have any proof of something, like I don't really want to hear. There's all different kinds of proofs out there. You know what I mean? But sometimes people don't like proof. You know what I mean? Sometimes people don't like the different kinds of proof, and they don't want to, because proof does have different layers, right? Of anything. And a lot of things that I find that I have a difficulty about with people that do have open minds, I can see that where there's a way where there's not an opening. You know what I mean? Like I was kind of surprised that you weren't even interested in
Which part?
the whole like the moon, like just knowing, because you just knew, like we were on the moon. Like I was really surprised at that, and I know that you were surprised at me too. Remember, you were surprised at me. You were like, I can't believe you're even like thinking this way. But I'm like, how could you think I don't think this way? Because I think exactly the way that I think about NASA and all of those organizations and stuff like that is the same way that you feel about the Bible. And I share that with you, but you won't like share that with me, or
You think so,
like you're
huh?
almost like, this is ridiculous. But
Hold
it's
on.
fine. It's fine. I like that. I like that though.
Well, let's talk about
Because I
the
have
first
some
part.
things here. I have some things here. Yeah.
Well, wait.
So I have
Let's
some.
don't jump to that yet. Don't jump to
Okay.
that
Okay.
yet.
Okay. Okay.
Because
Okay.
when you say there's different proofs, can you expand
Okay.
on that for me so I can understand?
Yes. Okay. So you have like your top layer of, you have your kind of people that are like your Bible kind of people, where it's like they don't need much to believe. They just need a feeling, and then like some mutual community and culture, you know what I mean, in order to create like that belief, you know? And then you have some people like me that could sing in the choir, but I was kicked out of Sunday school because I caused problems just because of the questions I asked. I mean, I was literally kicked out of Sunday school. I was still able to go to the church. I wasn't in trouble, but it was just, they didn't like the questions that I was asking. And I was like 7. You know
Yep.
what I mean? So I was always a weirdo, like in that way. And it was at the point where my mom was like, trust me, you don't want her in Bible study. But I always sang everywhere I went because I'm a singer. So it's weird.
Well, wait. Hold on. Sorry, because I think we got off. But what about the proof part? The proof.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
So my proof is
Oh,
things are.
was that your explanation of what proof is?
No. What I'm saying is that I was just giving you a little bit of a layer of kind of like the
Oh,
way that I think, that
okay.
I've never, that I've never grasped it on. Excuse me, I don't even know if that's a word, grasped it.
We'll make it a word. It's all right.
I never I never fully grasped on anything because I've always been open, and I'm open. The whole thing is that I'm open.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So um, I'm
There's nothing
still
wrong with being
open.
open,
Yeah.
right?
I'm still open, and being open means that you're not closed, because that's just the way that is. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So you get what I mean? So I just wanted to just, I don't want anyone to open their mind on their perception of me, of thinking that I'm landing on anything of what I'm saying. All I'm doing is pointing out contradictions, lies, and funding, and things that are real and tangible that other people can look into if they have the time to do it, if they want to. And so I'm just giving that. And if you ever want to go even deeper, I've never done anything like this before. I can't even believe that I'm sitting here talking about this right now. But this is kind of like something that I think is really important, because I think the whole lie behind, and all of the contradictions and the operations that are going on what we are on and what the bodies of lights in the skies really are, it shows within their documents. So I just want people to know that.
I would ask this real fast.
So that's what I wanted to talk about with you too.
Let me ask you some questions, and then it is going to expand on what you're saying. So, there's an agenda you're saying that these people would have, right? Because there has to be a reason, right?
I mean, the agenda is like I would say like the kindergarten level. Like this goes all the way back to it goes all the way back to ancient time. Like this is like deep.
Sure, but even if we say that, but I'm saying they have to have an agenda, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's no way they would do this for that long without an agenda. So I would ask you if it was even possible for me to believe that this was true, you would have to explain to me what is their end goal. Like, what would be the end goal of lying about all of these things? Without getting into what's the lies, you would need to show me why they would lie first, right? Like, say you're like really try to say you're trying to convince me, right? I would need to know that the person you're talking about is a liar first, right? Which is you just saying it. Okay, I'll take that. I'm like, okay, you're saying they're lying.
I don't want you to just take that either.
No. But that's all I'm saying. You said it. I have to take that you said it, right? So then my next thing is no. You're okay, hold on 1 second. Okay. I'm not saying believe you. I am saying that you said it, and I'm like, oh, somebody told me this person is a liar. So my next step would be not believing that this person's a liar, asking you how you know this person's a liar, right? Mm-hmm. So that's where you're getting into, where you're going to show me evidence of how they lied, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So then I would ask you, okay, why would they lie? And then you would need to tell me that one. And then I'm going to say, okay, what is the end goal of the lie? And you would need to connect all of those things in order for me to be like, oh, I get what you're saying. So do you think you have enough information to connect me down that storyline? And then at the end, I can even not maybe believe you, but get what you're saying.
Yes.
Okay. So what was the first one we agreed on?
Well, okay, like how about this? I want to just do something simple. Like we're gonna do like a little kindergarten, like little version, okay, of like when I say kindergarten, please don't look at it like, oh, I'm looking. No, this is like more like simple, so that everyone can get where we're coming from. If I say, which this is an actual thing, if I say, okay, how far is the sun? How far is the sun from the earth? What do they tell us how far the sun is away? That's like, do you know? Or
I don't know the exact.
Okay. So they say that
like something million miles away, right? Like something million. Millions. Yeah.
So this is all right. So if it's something million, it has to be something. So they say that they know this because we have all of this technology, which tells on them a lot, especially in these days. But it's supposed to be 93 million miles away. Okay. Now, okay. Just that in itself.
Well, I think hold on. because like I'm like if I was working through this with you, say I had no clue who was right. Like that's kind of how I like to do it too. Like say I have no clue, you're telling me this, I actually don't know anything. And I would just ask you, well, wait, okay, hold on. How do these people know how far the sun away or how far the sun is?
I'm not even like.
But
No,
no, that's I know you don't want to go there, but that's where we should start.
I'm not even going there with that. I'm not even going there with that. I'm just
no, but that's where we should start. Hold on. That's where we should start, no matter what. Like, doesn't matter what you were trying to show me.
Like who said it and this and that. I'm just talking about just.
No. Period. So I'm just telling you how I would break it down, right? Okay. So I would figure out how do we measure things, right? That would be my first question.
Exactly.
Is how it. Well, but that's what I'm saying. But you told me not to do this. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying what we should do, what me and you should do, is be like, okay, how could they? Because if they don't know how far the sun away is, if they don't know how to measure it, then you're already correct. But if they can show me how to measure it and how they measure it, then I don't think we can stop there, right? We would go to the next step. That's kind of how I destroy the Bible too. I just start at the beginning. If something's wrong at the beginning, right?
And you would also absolutely, and you would also have to ask yourself: does light can't change? Numbers can't change.
Oh, hold on, we're skipping. Like that's what I'm saying. We can't do that. Like if you're really trying to convince someone, don't skip to what you know, because I'm dumb right now. Right? Like you have to treat me like I'm an idiot and then show me like I said, my first question is like, oh, well, wait, how do we know how to measure? And then you should be able to tell me you should be able to explain it very well. Like, how do they measure the distance from Earth to the sun? Do you know?
If I gave you a link to an to actually like see those measurements and the actual, because a lot of people don't know that. But there are charts and links of the actual government NASA documentations that you can pull up, and I believe it is on I don't know how it is like if you use StreamYard or not, because I've done a few lives and I've been on StreamYard before, and I've use a lot of these other things, which I think is interesting. But I'll tell you this. So if we're doing a measurement, and it doesn't even need to be the whole sun thing, because I can see the sun thing even when we were just talking about it, how that can end up being get into a whole flat earth, and I don't even want to do that. What I'm doing is my whole thing is that no, because it's just that can make it how about just the radius of the Earth? How about the radius of the Earth? What they tell us that it is? How about that? How about just that in itself? The radius of the Earth, because
it's still the same question, right? It's still the same question.
It's the same thing. The radius, the radius of the Earth, the actual the distance. And also the whole rotation thing, like what we were talking about, as far as what is this place? I'm open to know, and I'm willing to say that I don't know things, and I'm willing to say that they're lying about knowing things, because it's right there, and they're lying, and then they're
right. But before we call anyone a liar, we have to be able to know what they like. I can't call somebody a liar if 2 + 2 is 4, and I don't even know if 2 + 2 is 4. Right? Like I can't call you a liar. Like if I have no clue if 2 + 2 is 4, me calling you a liar doesn't help anybody. I need to know how 2 + 2 being 4 is a lie. So that's what I'm saying.
Because they have actual I pulled it off of there, because they actually have government documents, right, that are through our military, and for actual spacecrafts and aircrafts all the way through the time I was born. I would say 19, even a few years before I was born, but I'll say from 1980, that those are the most recent ones. There are stuff from the 1950s and 60s too, but from 1980 to 2000, I would say 10 or 12
Yeah, but remember
documents
my
that I've
my
that.
my my point is not that you can
Okay.
show that. Like, how would you know somebody's? How would you know? Wait, hold on. How would you know somebody's lying if you don't understand what they're like if you don't understand how to do math? How could you ever tell me that the math person or the mathematician is lying?
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
that's what I'm saying though. Like that's what I want us to
Wait, wait, wait,
focus on,
wait,
right?
wait, 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 wait.
I
But we're
want us to
not
focus
doing
on
that.
that.
This is not about. I'm not trying to do like any. We could pull up some equations, but just like I said, like if there's other people that don't know, like even how, what those, it doesn't even matter. What I'm talking about is just the lie. I'm not talking about like the actual math equations. I'm just talking about the actual documents from aircraft, and these aircraft, all the aircrafts are like Boeing, like these are like commercial aircraft,
And you're saying they're
private
lying,
air,
right?
private air, private aircraft, military aircraft, different aircrafts, and laser aircraft. Also for rocket aircraft. These are all aircrafts. This is all government information and documents. Okay, is what
Right.
I'm talking about. That you can pull up.
I
You
think
can.
you're
There's
missing my
even live.
point.
All right, but what I'm saying is this. What I'm saying is that if there are in those documents of things that we use right now,
Mm-hmm.
in the time that we're in right now, okay, in those documents, when it tells you a certain thing, like like we have to function
Yep.
as though we are on a flat plane, okay? And they show you every reason why, and then they show you
Yep.
other
All
documents
right, hold
from
on.
wait,
Hold
wait,
on.
wait, wait, wait.
No, no, because no,
Just let me
no,
get the
no,
sentence
no, no,
out.
no, no. Because
Okay.
here's why. Here's why. Because when you say something that I think I can help you in, there's no point in me letting you finish. If I, because
Okay.
right there you just said that about the. See, this is why you have to stop so we can have an actual
Okay.
conversation. So the because now I have to remember. Hold on. Um. Golly. The part where
Okay.
you, the part you were talking about with the because you said something about the measurements and then you talked about
Forget
them
about the.
lying. You said they are lying.
That's why I said forget about the
Eh,
measurements, because I
About
don't
the
want to get into
lasers
that.
because you
Because
said
they're
lasers and then you're talking. What was the point you were making about the lasers?
okay. So
What was that one? And stay on that one,
okay.
please, because
So
that way I'll remember.
oh, oh okay, because that's how the other scientists
Hmm.
measured like how far our local sun is, and like there's actual ways that we can measure now the heat from the sun source, and also the cold. A lot of people don't know that the moon
Hold
is
on,
cold,
I
and
think we're adding again.
yeah.
Hold on.
But what I'm saying is, I'm not adding. I'm just saying that they can measure it. That's all I'm saying. I'm not. Let's say the number's 215. I don't know.
Okay.
I'm not. I don't know.
No, no,
What
no.
I'm saying is that we can
You're too
measure that
on.
now.
You're too on the specifics. You think I want specifics? I don't even
Oh
care
no, well
about.
you
I
asked
don't. I
about the
don't.
laser. That's
No,
the
no.
only
I
thing
don't
the
care.
laser was about. That's the only
Uh,
thing the laser was about.
all right.
That's the
So
only thing that the okay.
here's how I look at how you're attacking it and why I wouldn't attack it this way even if I thought it was wrong. So you're telling me that these people are lying to me and showing me their lie, right?
Yeah, by saying one thing in an article,
Yeah.
and then and then saying something else in a document that was
Cool.
classified at one
Right.
point. Yes,
Great.
at the same
Okay.
time. Yes.
So
Mhm.
the reason I find fault with this is because either way, you are telling me I shouldn't believe these people. So what if they are telling the truth? Like what if
What?
they're
No.
telling the truth and they want you to think they're lying? This is why this doesn't work.
Okay.
Because
What I'm
either
saying. What I'm
hold on,
saying is
let me
this.
finish because I let you
Okay.
talk.
Go ahead.
Let me finish.
Okay.
Let me
Go
finish.
ahead.
Because my point to you is when you try to disprove things in this way, you are literally getting the same information from the same source and then getting both conclusions from the same source. So if you're telling me don't trust the Bible, and then you also tell me the Bible shows that something else is true, that doesn't work. You can't say don't trust the Bible, but trust what the Bible says over here.
Yeah, but I
You're
never said
literally
don't try.
no. It's not about the
But I,
Bible. It's not the
Okay,
Bible.
but I
But
never said don't. What I'm saying is that don't. I'm not telling you, in my opinion, from what the things that I've seen.
mhm.
I've seen a lot of the lies. I'm not telling other people like I don't like. This is the first time I'm ever even having a actual like public conversation about this. So, but I'm not telling anyone that. What I'm saying is that it is my opinion that I've seen a lies, but I never come to anyone like they're lying to you. Don't do this. Don't do that. What I'm saying is that look at what this is right here.
Right.
Like are you interested in like seeing like the propulsion system, blah 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 blah. Some people are into that. Like
Yeah,
there are people
I used
that are into
to
that kind of stuff.
I
Okay,
used to
yeah,
not know
mean,
I used to not know how rockets worked in space.
eh,
Yes,
eh, eh,
I've been into all of
yeah.
this all of everything you're talking about. Yes, I have
Yeah,
been
and
into
same thing.
this.
Can I just kind of bring this around to like just for 1 second the Bible? Same thing with the Bible and the Quran and like all the Torah, any book that you believe. I never tried to tell anyone like don't. I think this is a lot. I always think that these books are something. Even though I know that there's contradictions and there's this, I just like to find out. Okay, when did they do this at this time with the Bible? You should look at that. I look at it like a historical document that does record, and I think lies. Just like you should look at certain things that are controversial, that where especially when they're connected with something, you should know, like, okay, I want to know what they're talking about. If someone tells you don't watch Fox News, I feel like don't listen to that person. If you think that Fox News is lying, if that's your opinion, then you should look at it so you can know like what that's all about, and then you can understand like what that lie is.
Yeah,
So I'm not coming to you.
I think you only say
So,
those
so,
things when
so I feel like I saw a
hold on.
lie. Like that's me
When
personally.
the only reason people do that, right? If the like this is my opinion, but let me know what you think. We only do that on things that we think we're sure of. So you think there is no danger in watching Fox News, no matter what. And so you go to the fact that if somebody says don't watch it, they are bad because nothing can be that bad that you shouldn't watch. As to where I'm like, nope, there's a bunch of things I would tell people not to watch. And if they watched it, I would think different of them. So the blanket
Well,
statement.
I wouldn't tell a child to watch it. I mean, well, I
Wait.
guess not anyone,
But I
like,
just need you to hear what I'm saying so you can get why
mhm.
I think sometimes this way people think is wrong. Because to say somebody telling you to not watch Fox News is dangerous or you shouldn't trust them, you have to have a better reason than just to say if somebody tells you not to watch something, then you shouldn't trust that. Because I can tell you not to watch something and I'm not going to say it on here. And if you told me you're going to watch it anyway, you aren't the type of person I would want to be around. So just saying don't watch something is never a condemnation or sorry, a condemning of the person that says it, because the person that says it should be able to provide you proof of why and be able to convince you on why you shouldn't watch it. If they
But
can't
if
do
you look at
that, that's different. But just saying not to watch something is in no way bad because there's tons of things we would tell people not to watch.
well, of course. But what I'm saying is that if we're talking about the news, if we're talking about current events, if this is something that you are, exuding it, and at any point, a person that would tell another person not to watch, like we're talking about news stations right now.
But that's not
So
how
and
life works, though. That's not how life works.
that's exactly what I was that's exactly what I was coming to.
Okay.
Because there's going to be people that's going to tell you not to watch stuff. There's going to be people that's going to tell you that something's bad or something's good. That's life. That's life. But there's only a type of a person that's going to tell you not to watch current events or whatever the social media or our news sources and journalistic sources are coming from, right?
Yeah,
So
but
only a
they should
type
have.
of a person will
They
tell
should.
you
But that's what.
not to do that.
When you
So
say type, what does that mean though?
this is what that means. It means that this is the type of person that feels as though they need to tell another individual not to watch something because, in their opinion, what they saw on, because if they're telling you not to watch it, they have to be watching it. Because I know I don't tell people not to watch stuff that I never saw or
should you hold on. Should you go on the dark internet and watch people be tortured?
I never have.
No. Let's really. Should you do it? Should you do it?
I don't think it's something that you should do.
All right. So you would tell somebody that was saying they're going to do it that they shouldn't do it. Does that make you a bad person?
It doesn't make me a bad person, but it makes me a type of a person. If someone
it makes you a person that has an opinion.
So let's do the situation since you brought it up. So I'm like, a person told me, like I'm having a conversation, maybe like, where am I? Like is this a family member? Is this a person at a club? You know what I mean?
I wouldn't care. I don't treat my family different. I'm not like, I'm really different. You'll understand me as long as you stick around. Hold on. Like, for me, family is no different than the person outside. If you're shitty, I will throw you out. I don't care. I'm not this blood person.
So you think I'm person that's watching that is shitty?
Yes. Yes. No.
Okay, so why would I tell
But let me finish. Let me finish.
So if that's what they do, I probably
let me finish. All right. So what I'm saying is, like, I don't care. There are certain things that if you watch it, you are telling me who you are. That's my point to this. And if you are that type of person, guess what? I'm either going to call your ass out, or if I got to do, I'll get you in trouble, because there are certain things that if you do it, you are telling me who you are. Now, I am not saying this has anything to do with Fox News or anything like that.
I know.
But the blanket statement that you made saying that if somebody tells you not to do something, that it's bad, that's not true. There are tons of things that people tell people not to do for very good reasons. Like, I think Joe Rogan should shut the hell up and stop talking to people, because he literally has ruined millions of people's lives. And if you call me bad for telling people to not listen to Joe Rogan, that's where we would disagree. Yeah. I would have very good reasons for people not to listen to Joe Rogan. But according to what you just said, I would be a bad guy, because I would go out there and tell people to stop watching him, stop listening to him.
But I don't think you're bad because of that, though.
But you said that but remember, you said it would be bad for somebody to say, stop watching Fox News. And what I said, no, we got to rewind it. Let's rewind it. Okay,
seriously.
Go ahead. Correct me.
I said, all right, we actually have a miscommunication here. Absolutely.
Yeah, correct me.
I don't think that the person that told you that don't watch Fox News is bad. What I'm saying is that the person that is telling you not to watch, saying that a person that's saying the person that's saying not to watch Fox News is saying don't watch it because it's bad. Not me. Do you get what I'm saying? I'm saying if a person tells you not to watch Fox News because it's bad,
they better be able to explain it. No, that's what difference. That's what I'm saying. They have to be. They have to be able to.
I'm not saying that they're bad. No, let me finish, please. Let me get this, because that's the
all right. I did say. I did say. No, I did tell you. Go ahead.
Let me just fix the miscommunication so we can be on parallel.
Go ahead.
I don't think that the person that said don't watch Fox News because it's bad, I don't think that person is bad. I'm just using that hypothetical where is if there's a person that's telling another person and they're standing at the street corner or whatever it is that don't watch Fox News because it's bad. They're telling another person that. I'm not in it. I don't have anything. I'm just telling you a hypothetical. And me personally, I don't think that person is bad. I'm not judging that person and thinking that they're bad just because they're probably trying to save someone because of how they feel about what their perception is about the earth, because maybe they feel like they want to protect that person. I don't think that person is bad. What I'm saying is that the person that is telling the other hypothetical person that don't watch Fox News because it's bad. It could be their daughter, it could be their son, it could be anybody, just like what you said.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like it could be your family, it could be anybody. Like they're saying don't watch Fox News because it's bad. I don't think that they're bad because they're saying that. I don't like I do judge. Like if I see a hole, I'm not jumping in it if I don't want to break my leg. But I'm not trying to say, oh, I don't judge. I'm not a judger. But I really don't judge people for like their because I know there's a reason behind every belief, and I know that even my beliefs or the things that I think cannot be true too. That's why I'm open. Like I don't come at people in that kind of way. You know what I mean? Like what I'm saying is that.
So let me,
yeah.
because hold on.
Yeah.
All right. I think you missed a little bit of what I was saying, and that's okay. Because what I was never really hold on. Let me just say it out loud. Like, let me so I don't get myself confused here. But my point is that I don't judge the person until they either have information to convince me otherwise or not. This has to do with why I'm so hard on religious people too, because I'm not condemning the person for believing it. I'm condemning for the person believing it, telling me I'm wrong, and not being able to prove it to me. I can't stand that. Like, so if I'm talking to somebody and they like, this has to, like, me and my wife been through this because sometimes believed in stuff that I didn't believe in. And I'm the type of person is like, how dare you have proof of something that I would want to know and you can't show me? That makes me angry. Right? Like, so it's just like, if there's ghost and you're telling me there's ghost, you just show me the ghost. If there's a flat earth and it really is flat, just show me the flat earth. Don't give me all of these extra stuff, right? This is where I was going against, like, I don't even care if anyone's lying. I just want you to show me the truth. And showing me somebody's lying does not mean it's true what you're saying, because now you both could be lying to me. Because you just showed me, you proved to me that people could lie. And that's good. You showed me NASA could lie. Let's just talk about NASA. You showed me NASA could lie. Like, okay, now you show me people can lie, which means if you don't give me evidence, how am I supposed to trust you over NASA?
And that's where me and you really do like actually agree in that point. We agree, but like on a yin yang. You know what I mean? Like you know the yin yang symbol. Like we agree, but like just on the other end. Like that's how I feel too. I feel like both. I feel like the whole thing. I don't feel like just show me that it's flat. I feel like just show me that it's round without switching your lenses, because there's proof of that, without making tricks and doing, even if there is and you're tricking us and then you're making it a fake one, like without all the trick. That's how I feel. I feel like that. Yeah. Put on both ends. I have the burden of both. That's what I have on both, and I'm not claiming to know that, but I know, but I am claiming to know that I've seen the experience, and I know the way light works, and I know that the light works all the time in science, the way that it works in fire and everything else.
So, do you ever think about this?
And I don't like how things change.
Yeah, well, hold on,
and things
because
like that.
you just. But you just said something as a reason why I'll trust one thing over the other, because how are you and me talking right now?
We're talking right now
because of science, right?
Yes, and I actually, there's a whole like part of a documentary that, like, when I say documentary, I don't mean just like feelings and talkings. I'm talking about scientists.
Right, but are they lying about this? No, you're gonna get off. Wait, because you're gonna get off.
I gotta get my pen for this. I don't want to forget this.
Because you're gonna get off. You're gonna get off subject.
Like, no, I'm not. It's exactly what you asked me.
No. You're missing my point. Okay. I am saying this. If this works, right? This is scientific. What's happening right now? It's working. Should I trust the person that is giving me things that work over the person that does not provide any tangible thing that I can use in reality? And this is the same thing with the Bible, by the way. I would say the same thing. Should I trust the scientist that shows me how to make a car over the person that tells me that prayer works? There's only one reason I trust the other one over the other, and it's because one of them works. Prayer doesn't work. So it's just like, if prayer worked, I would trust it just as much as the science person. But the fact that prayer doesn't work, I'm like, okay, I don't care what you say about this science person. The science person can be lying to me, but they still show me things that I could use in life, which makes me trust them more. The prayer person,
Okay.
I don't trust because they have never shown me anything. The
Okay.
science person can lie to me. You're right. They can because they give me things that I can use. The person that tells me prayer works literally has never given me anything to show that it's right. So I'll let the scientists lie to me because they give me things that work in reality.
Okay.
I
All
am
right.
ask
You
I am
can.
asking for that same thing back.
Mhm.
For anybody
Mhm.
that's saying these things that if like I say, even for flat earthers, all you have to do is prove the earth is flat. You don't have to prove that NASA lied. You just prove the earth is flat and you show they lied.
But there are, and what I'm saying is that there are actual scientific proofs, and there's also books and things that have been destroyed, and this whole thing about the whole globe Earth and everything like that is very, very, very new, as new as that there's people that are still alive on this planet right now that remember the time when these sort of things happen, and what their elders also told them, that are alive right now, and people who have disappeared and things of that for no reason. And these are things, and I'm not saying like, oh, I want you to believe me. What I'm saying is that these things have happened. I have looked into them. Of course, we are not going to be able to get into all of those kind of things now, but those are the kind of things that I'm talking about, the way that you feel about the Bible, and also the way that I do, is that these people are also connected to the people, these bloodlines are also connected to these organizations. Just like, okay, just like last week when you were like, NASA doesn't really have anything to do like with the government funding or anything, and NASA is 100% funded by the federal government.
Oh
And
yes,
I
they are.
knew
Yeah,
that.
but
I
I
know,
wish
and
they got more
but
money.
what I'm saying, but what I'm saying is that you're what I'm saying is that when you see where when there's actual, when you actually look into different um of the CPAs and other people who are corporate CPAs and stuff like that that look into these types of things, you know what I mean? Like, it's not cool, like what they're doing. It's not cool. And also, when people take their time to know, which aren't a lot of people, to find out where and the certain operations and what they represent, then that's when it gets to the point. Every person that looked into this, we all thought one thing, but when you actually look into it, it's like, okay, there's way too many lies, and it's not even about the lies.
Yeah.
It's about literal science. Okay, okay, all right, because I don't want to
Hold
even
on.
get into that,
Yeah,
because now the
yeah.
lies are like that, but then there's actual things that don't
All
make
right.
sense.
Let
Just
me hold
with a
on.
calculator,
Real
just with
fast.
a simple calculator.
Real fast. Hold on. Because this is how silly people are. Not you, by the way. This I'm talking about somebody in chat right now. So I'm not talking to you,
I
Nafisha. No,
can't see it. I
no,
can't
that's
see it. I
okay.
can't.
No,
I'm
no,
not
no.
able to.
So
Sorry, chat. Even to the trollers or the
no,
people that
no.
are being mean.
I just need no.
I
Nobody's being
love
mean to
you
you.
anyway.
Nobody's being mean to you. I'm just saying
Okay.
this is where I think either people have an agenda, so you don't really understand my point. Because this person said, I let NASA lie to me because they give me stuff that works. They missed my whole point, and I hope you didn't. This is why I'm actually bringing it up, because I'm like, oh,
Okay. Yeah, that's important.
maybe Nafisha didn't understand what I'm saying.
No, no, no.
My point was when somebody is giving you stuff that works, you're less likely to believe when someone calls them a liar. That's why, that's why, that's the. Hold on, because I really
Okay.
need to
I'm
explain this,
sorry.
because
I'm sorry.
I think you might have even thought I was saying something else, and I'm not
Okay.
saying that. I am saying I don't let people lie to me because they reward me. My point
Mhm.
was the reward is that the scientists have proven over and over that they are correct. So I am going to believe them first. And there was a joke when I said I let them lie to me. My point was, since they have been telling me the truth as far as I can see, technically, Nafisha is right. I could be lied to, and I would be letting them lie to me. I'm sorry I got to explain that. I thought that was really obvious,
All right. Can I say
but
something?
yeah.
Just real quick. Okay. Just like you said, I, 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 you have your iPhone. It works. These people who are connected with the iPhone, which NASA is, if you put the connections together, that your iPhone works. But your iPhone works because of science, because of the way that it. Oh, and did I disconnect?
Yeah, you're back now. I think you're good.
Did I disconnect?
Can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
Hello?
Hold on.
Hello?
1 second. Let me do this. Stay. And this. Can you hear me now? No. All right. Hold up.
I'm still
Audio.
here.
You're good. I think it was me. Can you hear me now?
Oh, okay. Yeah, now
Yeah.
you're on there.
Yeah.
Let me um let me see. I can.
I heard you though. I could hear you.
Okay, it's gonna say if for
Yeah.
some reason
I hear you for sure. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, but it's on. I really would like it to be on my head. Okay, here, head.
All right. I'm gonna give you the. I'm gonna give you the last
Hello.
go. Yeah, I'm gonna give you the last go because we have somebody waiting. So I'm gonna let you finish, and then we're gonna jump on to the next one.
Hello.
Yep. You hear me?
Hello.
You still don't hear me? All right. Let me give you a minute or so because I want to be able to let you finish. If you have an iPhone, you're an atheist. Y'all wild. I didn't know I had to explain that, by the way. Like my whole point to that, and it, like I said, whoever was in the chat that said that, I was saying I trust NASA, or not trust NASA. I trust the scientific process because it is proven to be correct over and over again. That's what I meant when I said, yeah, they can lie to me because they've been right every time. There's a difference. And I don't know, man. If you didn't understand what I was saying there, I guess, but
Hello.
yeah, can you hear me? Hello, hello?
Hello.
I can hear you.
Hello.
Yep, I hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. But since it's taking a minute, we'll just have to chat another one.
Hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. All right. So once you hear me in the stream, okay? Like I'm not sure what's going on. Sorry, it's not working. But I'm about to hop on the Discord and I'll chat with you another time. Sorry. All right. So we're gonna have Buck. What's up, Buck?
Hey man, how you doing, man?
Hey, doing all right, bro. Hold on, let me turn you up. I got you low this time. This is my fault.
Oh, all
Uh,
good. I see you're running around with all kind of crazy stuff going on there.
I'm trying different ones. So you make sure volumes can you make sure on your end is turned up too?
Uh, uh,
Oh no, you're good
well,
now.
I guess,
I see you
yeah, I
peeking.
think I got the best I got.
Yep, you're good.
Um,
What's up, brother?
Sweet, man. Here, let me turn on my camera so you can look at my ugly mug.
All right, let me switch screens here. I gotta pop out the stage. You just get off work or something? What's up?
Yeah, I've been off work a little bit. Just got home, walking around here, listening to you, checking out some stuff, talking to some folks, having a good day.
Nice, man. Nice. Good to hear. You
Yeah,
converting some people over here to the Bible's false?
for the falsity of it,
Yeah.
I don't know that I don't know that I need much conversion for that, right? Uh, I guess the interesting thing, I was loving the caller that was talking just a minute ago, because I think I think I hear a lot of the world out there in her, because it's very confusing out there. You know,
Mhm.
what am I supposed to believe? Why should I believe this church above that church, even within Christianity, let alone outside of that? So I think it's very confusing, and because of that, certain certain people have suspicion about anybody's word.
Yeah.
I don't know that I trust anybody.
Yeah.
Um,
Especially
I,
nowadays.
right. And that's not maybe a terrible thing to have, but it is certainly unproductive when it comes to a social experiment.
Yeah, I'm agreeing with you so far. I'm waiting on our conflict.
Oh, well, let's see. Uh, uh, I do think there is, to some extent, we have to have a degree of, and I think you have it ultimately, but I think that we have to have a respect for the fact that people might believe something that isn't factually back upable, if that makes sense. And it
But isn't
might
that how
even
we got
guide them.
here?
Huh?
Isn't that the problem? That's how we got to where we are, by allowing that to go too crazy. Now we have
Well,
a now we have a
and I do think,
president that now
and now let me say this. Let me say this.
okay.
I'm sold on the moon landing. I think it happened. I think we go to space all the time. I think the reason our satellite phones work is because we have satellites in the sky. You know, I think there's science behind all of that stuff that makes it factually evident to me that it works. Much
Yeah,
of
it
it
at least
on
works. Yes, it at least works.
and much of it on my stand is to say, as my wife likes to explain, when the cat watches you turn on the light switch, it has no idea about the entire electrical infrastructure that's going on behind it. It just sees when you turn on a switch, wow, magic, light happens.
Okay, yeah. We're still agreeing.
Um,
I'm waiting. I know you're gonna punch me in the face pretty soon.
well, I'm not looking to punch you in the face. I mean, because I like your mission, and I like your effort and what you're trying to do, and saying, okay, we have to try and get over. We have to make actual policy on what we know works, and what we know works from a scientific point of view. From
Yeah,
saying,
now
okay,
now it makes us feel good.
right, not necessarily what makes us feel good. I
Yes,
mean,
yes,
hopefully
that's
we
that's
feel that
fair. No, that's fair.
in
That's fair.
congruence with nature, we can be happy with that, even if it's to some degree a sacrifice for us. You know,
Correct. I'm big on that. I think we have a problem in our society right now. This is the outcome of that. Allowing certain people to live the life that we all want to live, and then thinking that it's good to do that when they'll never give it back. Like
it's
these
the
these these
exploitation of
people
certain
will
people,
never
I
give it
would say.
back.
Right. I think, well, it's the exploitation of certain people who can use that human trait to their advantage by giving somebody a promise of certainty and eternalness and privilege that
Yep.
gets under somebody's skin. You know what I mean? That twists it.
And
Pink
that's why
Floyd
it
has a
works,
great
Buckle. I don't
analogy.
know if you ever thought about this. The like the Bible and all these things make sense to me. And it was a group of people trying to figure out how to control people. And I think me and you've agreed on this. And
Hmm.
the way you control people is to trick them into thinking they are free. Right? So it's just like it makes perfect sense that you don't want your peasants. Like, why does Jesus talk about the meek inheriting the earth? He never talks about them doing it in their lifetime because he tells
Jesus,
slaves,
what
obey your masters. He
Jesus
says,
wasn't from the hierarchy. He wasn't from the priestly class. He was
no,
a
no, no, hold
different.
on, hold on. I'm saying they made up what he
Well,
said.
I mean,
I'm saying
there's
they made up
something
what he
to that.
said.
That's a different question. Anyway, at this point, we're just saying whether or not he may have been of the elite class, but he was probably of the common class, talking to the common folk.
Yes, but I'm saying they
Would you
made
agree
up
with
what
that?
Jesus said, probably. Can you hear
Would
me?
you agree that Jesus was probably the common class speaking to the common class?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Oh, okay. Okay. So my point is this. The story makes sense of a people that are trying to control another people.
I think the Hebrew one does that, and I think all the other ones, a lot of other ones that I've seen around do. I think Jesus is a little bit different, but it does feed off of that. So
So
you
why
got to
does Jesus
recognize that
say
as a
why does Jesus say obey your masters?
because rebellion isn't the answer. Rebellion is our problem.
Rebellion
I
isn't
would
an
say.
answer.
Yeah, no, rebellion is not an answer. As rebellious as I am, and my wife would claim it
So
very,
why did
very hard.
Jesus start tearing down the temple?
Out of a well, kind of off subject, but in any case, my point of view, I would say he probably did it out of a reverence,
Out of
to say,
rebellion.
look, no reverence,
He was
reverence.
rebelling against how they had how they made the supposed to be
Well,
sacred
okay,
environment. He thought it was
if
horrible.
you want to call, I get, yeah. I mean, look, I do think he didn't say rebel against the Romans, though. He said rebel against the impure whatever bullshit the Sadducees and Pharisees were doing. That's the stuff he was objecting to. He wasn't objecting to the Romans as much.
Right.
Uh,
So
if you-
remember my point to this. Remember my point to this is going to be there. That's why there's contradicting statements. It's to confuse the people you're trying to control. Because at one moment Jesus is telling
oh,
you to fight, and then at another moment Jesus is telling you not to fight.
Jesus, yeah. Now, here's where I'll agree with you on the fact that Jesus's words were mixed up, and who knows what he actually said, because everybody's trying to
Thanks,
place
Nafisha.
their own
Appreciate it.
meaning on what was going on with him anyway. So yes, uh, I don't see his glorification of a priestly or even a power type structure. I do believe he was definitely against that sort of thing, and for his followers to be wary of it. In any case, at least wary of what was going on. Not to say that they can necessarily do anything or should do anything, except to
Yeah,
live live true to the principles that Jesus taught.
I think
That's
that's
the thought.
bad for pretty bad for
Well,
Jesus to say if you're a slave, just deal with it.
um, well, you have to recognize. Well,
I think no
first of all,
slaves. I think
you
slaves
have
should
to recognize
100%
all
rebel.
this, all of this is going to come from the whole idea that you're going to die, dude. I'm going
Right.
to
So
die.
here's
We're all
my
going to die.
thing.
And the only
Listen to this,
reason we're
Buck.
even
Hold on.
worried about
Listen
any
to
of this stuff
I think there's a little
is
delay.
to figure
Listen
out
listen to
what's going
this,
to
Buck.
happen when you're dead.
Listen to this.
Yeah.
All right. So remember, I don't think none of this is true. Okay. I think we need to clarify that real fast. I don't think this is true. How I attack the Bible is attacking it in a way of why humans would erode it. So when I say the statements that I'm making, I'm saying it makes sense from a human perspective, and it only makes sense from a human perspective. I don't really have to make up things that sound irreasonable, because I am just trying to say, why would somebody have written this if it's not true? That's how I look at it. If it's not true, why would they have written it? And then I start putting the puzzle pieces together there. There's a
I've
reason
written it.
why you would tell slaves obey your masters, is because you're okay with owning slaves. That's that would be the reason.
Well, look, the this the world structure and view was quite different then.
Yeah.
And I'm not justifying it because I don't recognize it. I do recognize. I'll say this though, I recognize there's a lot of people out there who aren't much higher academically than a slave, and may as well be one. But I don't see anybody who has the right to be the master over anyone, because
But then
we're all
Jesus should have
human.
never said that, which makes it's very unlikely that Jesus, let's just say, like, even if I pretend Jesus is really God, there's no way God said, slaves obey your masters. That doesn't make
Well,
sense.
it does if you look at the context of being a slave to God, and I do think that that's something
No, then God would have said, this, all of y'all are slaves.
no. Listen. Redemption has to do with the idea of being bought back by your righteous slaveholder.
All right, then why did
That's what
God
redemption is.
free Israel?
The reason for redemption.
All right, yeah, hold on. I know what you're saying, but I need you to answer this. Why did God free Israel from Egypt? Why didn't he just allow them to be slaves, since that's what's best?
Well, I don't believe Exodus actually happened.
But do you see my point, Buck? Like, this is what happens. You have
No,
to.
no. Look. I believe the Bible was totally written from a rhetorical, political point of view.
Okay. So
And
why don't you
I
agree
think
with
it
me
was,
right here, Buck?
I actually believe it was put together in that sort of a way, and that would include the New Testament, especially from Nicaea, when they decided to say, okay, this is what is in and what is not, and other texts at the time are certainly eye-opening if you read them, at least from a perspective of understandings people had. Because if somebody wrote it down, he probably wasn't the only one who believed something, even if it was crazy, you know.
Can I ask you this? We're just having a little
Yeah.
chat right here. Why do you think? Why do we care now? If it was even like, let's just say, because a lot of people say this. I just did a video on it where they're like, religion changed the world. Why do we care now if religion changed the world 2,000 years ago? What makes it special? Like, if it worked for them, great. Does that mean we should do it too?
I saw an interesting documentary with somebody who was talking about uh being raised in the church and how they had this spiritual experience at the Sunday meetings, because there was music and praise and everybody was going down, and she dropped away from that sort of stuff and she went to a Grateful Dead concert and had the same experience of a transcendental worship kind of feeling that you get. Now, how do you explain that? I don't. It's an unexplainable sort of feeling. You've heard that. You probably heard that from your mom, where she totally believed what she was doing and singing and praising at the time moved her
Yeah.
to the point of tears.
Yeah.
And you felt that.
I mean, I felt it because I cared for my mom. If she wasn't my mom, I might have thought she was crazy.
That's part of it. That's part of it. Maybe at some point you'll take that to God.
Oh no, you cut out a little bit, brother. Yeah, you're still cut out.
I got a call there. I'll have to
Oh,
call
okay.
my
There
wife.
you go. Gotcha. Maybe what? I heard maybe what?
Sorry. Let's see. Where was I at? What was the last thing you heard?
You said something about maybe, like, I don't know if you're saying I'm gonna learn something from that conversation with my mom, or
Maybe you'll be moved in the future because of that experience to see God the same way. Maybe not. That's not for me to decide. That's for you, I guess, to decide. Or not decide if it's
let
not
me
your
ask you
choice.
another question. Why is everything up to us, but the purpose of everything is to please God? But it's all up to us. It seems very counterproductive.
I think you have to make terms with it. Whatever it is, you're either going to accept the fact that what I'm doing is righteous and God's going to love me for it, or what I'm doing is wrong and He's going to condemn me for it.
Right, but do you see my point? If everything is about God anyway, this seems like it's a very stupid system.
Well, I mean, I don't think it was a system for us to try and figure out here on Earth. That's what I don't think.
Right, but
So
do you get
I'm
my
not
question
worried
though?
about.
Like, what is the point of all of this if there's just some end goal that God is going to
Well,
get? Like, God's like, I think of it like it's going to
you're
get.
talking.
Hold on,
Oh,
it's gonna, like, he's gonna get whatever he wants anyway. Like, God
um,
gets whatever he wants anyway. Like, what is the point of all of this then?
I mean, I don't know that I look at it that way myself. That's my personal opinion, but I mean, I know that, and that's what makes me kind of weird for being quote unquote Christian. And I don't know that I like to use the term Christian. I prefer believer because I believe in something, and I do recognize Christ, but I don't recognize the the doctrinal dogmatic take on the political apparatus that's been put behind it. So that's why I don't even trust the Bible so much as a go-to source, although I do recognize that there's some things that get in there, just like with every other sort of literature and artistic expression that goes in under the radar from the powers that be. Are you catching me or are you out?
I feel like you didn't answer me though. Hold on.
My wife says that all the time.
Because my question is,
All right.
like, obviously, like, you believe there is something that literally, it's like, could the thing that you believe in, like, wipe us all out right now if it wanted to?
Um, I don't know.
Okay,
I guess I don't know if he has that power.
that's interesting. Okay.
I guess it's irrelevant to me because if he's gonna, he's gonna.
But
So
no,
to
I
me,
get,
it's
so I get whatever's going to happen to us is going to happen to us. But my point is, when I hear someone trying to explain it in this weird way, uh, I'm like, well, wait. If this thing wants that to be the end goal, it could just do that. So what is the point?
I think that's a little presupposition on our part to think that we know what he wants us to do.
But that's kind of what you were telling me, right?
No, I'm
Oh,
telling you what
okay.
I feel like God wants me to do. What I feel like God wants me to do. And that's ultimately what I'm saying when I tell you, yeah, you shouldn't kill people because I feel like God wouldn't want me to do that. You know, I
Okay.
feel like I shouldn't cheat on my wife because that's what I shouldn't do. But not but I also think if you're going to go with that one, you're going to say, well, but if I married another one, I mean,
I
polygamy
would
would.
more ask, honestly, why would God care if anybody cheated on anybody? Because cheating, I don't know, it's weird. I don't even know why we care. I'll be honest with you, Buck. I've had conversations like this before where everybody disagrees with me on this one. Um, I don't understand why we care unless we make it natural. It makes sense naturally for us to care because um my genetics want my genetics to be passed on. So, in order for me to do that, I need to make sure that the person that I'm protecting is having my baby, which would make me not like cheating, right? So that makes sense in that way, but when we start talking about it being some spiritual thing to cheat on somebody being bad, it doesn't make sense to me. Like, why would God care if anybody cheated on anyone? Like, why does God care who anybody's having sex with? Like, it doesn't make any sense. It makes sense naturally, though.
Yeah, well, I would say I don't know what God's care in that situation is, but I do know
Well,
that
you said it.
it is a
You said
personal
something
thing.
about the not cheating on your wife because of God, right?
I don't know if it was because of God. It's because I ultimately feel that way, not because God says so
Uh,
much. If that
okay,
makes
I
sense.
thought we were talking about how God
No,
like makes us feel.
I was using God as justification. Okay,
Hmm.
but at the same as justification for staying faithful. But at the same time, I even question the fact. Well, what does faithful really mean? Because according to the Bible, I could have 4 wives.
Yeah, I
You
mean, I
know,
stay. Part of the reason I stay faithful
and
because I know
concubines too.
the sucky feeling, right? So it's just like, wait, if
And
it sucks for me, it probably sucks for her. So that's like, why do
it's
that?
it's so so that's definitely an emotional response. You know, the whole reason that David had to do his shit with Bathsheba or with Uriah actually because of Bathsheba was because of shame, which is another one of those old sins. Oh yeah, that was the first one. Well, the first one they were aware of,
The shame.
humanity,
Yeah,
is shame
that's a weird
and
one. I don't know if
indignity.
I don't know if I agree with that one.
I mean, personally, don't you think that's probably where? I mean, if you got schooled by someone on the basketball court, you were cool with that, or did you want to improve and get better and school that guy the next time you saw him?
I wouldn't say that's
I mean,
shame though.
yeah, it's shame because you lost. You shame you. I mean, you strive and do something better with it. You take that humility and you make something better of it. I suppose. I mean, that's the way the world tells you to strive, right?
Yeah,
And
I guess I just don't consider that
that's
shame.
not
Like
just
I
people
expect
telling
to
you that.
lose
School telling you that.
sometimes.
Coaches telling you that. Teachers telling you that.
Yeah, but I
Get
expect to lose sometimes. I think the people that can't accept losing would might feel shame, which causes different problems.
Well, it depends on how much you take to it. I mean, there's a little bit of shame to it. Say, oh, yeah, you got me on that move, and it's not necessarily humility to the point of like throwing your face in the dirt, but it's saying, all right, but next time maybe you bust the move on him, the same one, to show him, yeah, I got you.
Yeah,
you
I
know,
guess I don't know
and it's
why the shame
and for,
part is weird to me. I don't know.
I mean,
I've only felt shame when I've done something I know
well,
was
with
wrong. Not if I because
the
I think
introduction.
I think losing in a basketball game is like me making a mistake, right? I've
Oh,
only felt shame when I did something on purpose.
so losing on the battlefield, how would you feel about that? I mean, and maybe you survive the battle, but you lose on the battlefield. I mean, would that
Uh
be
is regret shame to
shameful?
you? Like dang,
Huh?
it sucks. Like sucking, that sucks. Are you saying that's
No,
what
like
shame is?
you were drafted into the army and you have to fight for the United States of America
Yeah, and I
and you
survived.
lost the battle that you were involved in.
Yeah. I
You
survived.
survived, but you lost. I mean, is that some, I mean, there's humility or there's shame in the fact that you survived and your comrades didn't,
Oh,
you
does
know?
the shame come from other people? Is that what we're saying?
It can, but no, it's self shame. It's you feel the shame because because you lost
Oh,
15 friends because
I
you
may be
feel the
different on
shame.
this, Buck. I only feel shame if I did something on purpose. if I know I did wrong on purpose, I feel shame. Yes. I don't feel shame when I did my best. I don't feel shame when I did my best. No.
I think that's a subjective application that we all take, because some people can get their butt hurt over the smallest thing, don't you think?
Yeah, yeah.
And there may be something that gets you butt hurt, but that's your small
Yeah,
weakness,
if I
whatever it
do
is.
wrong on purpose, I'm butthurt. Yes. If I willingly do
Not
something
even that.
wrong, yes.
Not even that. Not even that. I mean, look, I don't know whether it's all on you, and I would say that it's the level of shame that somebody accepts upon themselves. Maybe you don't feel shame from all the things that could happen, but some people feel shame when they lose. Some people feel shame when they lose a game. Some people feel shame when they lose a woman. Some people shame when they lose a war. And the various degrees upon which you put that shame upon yourself is the guilt and
Okay.
transgression you have to work through in order to conquer death, so to speak.
Can you give me an example? I mean, it doesn't have to be like personal or anything, on like an event you felt shame for, or like that's not like a war or something. There's something regular. I don't know.
All right,
You can
well,
make it up, by the way.
all right, I'll let you wonder.
You don't want to make it up. I was
Um,
just like,
one
you can make
time
it
I was
up.
on a one time I was on a bicycle route, newspaper route. You know, back when newspapers used to be delivered by the bicycle guy.
Yep.
That was me.
Got you.
I was doing that, and I had this clunky old paper bike, an old, like, from the 50s paper bike. This was in the 80s when I was doing it, so this was already a 30-year-old bike, and it was pretty clunky. And I come up to a dip in the road as I'm riding my bike, and I decide to get a little cocky. And as I come up on the top side of the dip, I decide to pull up and see if I can pop a wheelie at least a little bit, right? And I wasn't expecting too much. It was a big paper bike. But what did happen was the fork came right off of the wheel,
Okay.
which I saw and saw, oh, this is not going to end well. All the
right.
way through it. Tumbled and rolled and knocked the breath out of myself. And ended up with a scrape on the in the testicle region.
Got it.
And I had to go home and get and check it out myself, and then had to go and talk to my mom, and then my mom had to take me to the doctor. So it became a big thing that was shame, embarrassment. I mean, these are the synonyms, I guess, that we're using. Where I had to deal with a
All right. I
situation
think I
and
get it.
to
I think
do
I
with
get
it
it.
particularly. I mean, I guess I shouldn't have tried to pop a wheelie, but other than that,
All right.
I
Hold
mean,
on. I think I get it, because you did say one of them, and I was going to ignore that. That's fine. Because I think part of the shame, since you said it, I'm going to just go ahead and bring it up. Part of the shame is you knowingly making a stupid mistake or a stupid choice. But the second part of the shame has to do with the society, right?
To some degree, but the punishment too. I
Oh,
mean, you know.
yeah, but that's still part of the society. What if there was a society that praised you for doing what you did?
No. The punishment was cosmic. I got a hole in my scrotum because I tumbled on my bike. It was cosmic. It was part of the kinetic
Okay.
whole
The
idea, and that's
consequences.
what happened. But
Yeah,
because it
consequences.
scared me, freaks me out, you know.
Yeah. The consequences. I get this. This is me, my mix up, and it doesn't matter. If I know what you mean, that's fine.
Okay.
When I hear punishment, I don't think of consequence, because I think consequence is like just natural type of thing. No one's actually judging it. There's just consequences for doing stupid stuff.
Okay. I can accept that.
All right, cool. So that's fine. I know what you're saying now, and I agree. That's fine. My thing is, if there was a society that, and you can think of it in other things. When a doctor takes off your socks and looks at your foot, why isn't that shame?
Um, yeah, I mean, I don't know, because the Bible said so. You know,
No,
it's a
no, no. I'm
euphemism.
saying like the reason, like our society has no problem with the doctor taking off your socks and looking at your
Oh.
foot. So when the doctor has to pull down your pants and look at your little wee wee and stuff, you feel
Right.
shame because that's not normal.
Right.
So the
And
shame part of it is not some magical thing. It's just society, which makes you feel shame or not.
no, no, no,
That's
no,
it.
no, no. No, it's the feeling that the individual experiences, and to the degree that which they take it. Because some people take shame and turn it around into, I'm going to get the world. Some people turn it into something constructive, and some people bury themselves in it and commit suicide because of shame.
Why don't you feel
These,
shame?
these these are the levels of the
Why
way
don't
we
you?
can take shame, if
Yeah,
that
but why
makes
don't
sense.
you feel shame when you shave? I'm just gonna keep saying examples, and hopefully you get what I'm saying. Why don't you feel
Why?
shame when you shave?
Um, I mean, I mean, I don't particularly feel shame because of that event either. You
But
know.
I'm saying what causes shame isn't the person; it's who's judging them. Shame
Well,
isn't
ultimately, the individual who's judging themselves on it,
okay. Let's go back to Adam and
because
Eve.
that's how it's going to manifest
Why did
into the world.
why did
Because
Adam
if
and Eve feel shame that they were naked? Why did Adam and Eve feel shame they were naked?
I don't know, but it's I would say etymologically it would be because that it's an explanation for why people feel shame.
Can you feel
All of a
shame if you're
sudden,
by yourself and there's no one else around? There's
the very
nobody in
first
existence.
the very first sin in the world. Well, there was each other.
Right.
Each
Yes,
one
that's
of
my
them.
point. The only reason shame is a thing is because we are social creatures.
And maybe so. And maybe so. I mean, I do think that like when a culture shames an individual, I think that's fucked up.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't
but
think we should be doing
my
that
point
sort of
is
thing.
it's not something that's
I
transcendent or
think the
anything. It's just an
shame is
outcome of social creatures. There's going to be shame, whatever that feeling is. At different times, it might have been called something else.
so
Uh,
how do you recognize it in your kid when he's feeling shame over not catching that, not covering the guy in the end zone when he knew it was his guy?
yeah, disappointment is different than shame.
It can be. It can be. It depends. I mean, when I saw that happen, I went to my son. I was like, "Dude, that was your guy." He was like, "Yeah, I know."
Yeah, but you
Like,
could have also made him feel the shame. It would have been your fault if your son felt shame. I would have said that.
if I would have buried it on him, but at the same time, if he would have said, "I don't want to talk about it,"
Okay.
he could have taken that on himself and said, "I'm going to live in this shame."
Yeah,
You
but
know, and
why is
that's
disappointment
where the
shame?
manifest.
Why is
What's that?
disappointment shame?
It's up to the individual as to where you take it. Does that make sense? We each have a subjective decision when it comes to, okay, well, I could have covered that guy, or I'm going to get better so I don't let that happen again, or man, I'm just a worthless piece of junk. I shouldn't even be out here.
All right. Well, give me
Does
an
that make
example of
sense?
disappointment then. That's not shame.
Well, I mean, disappointment. He was disappointed in my son took it healthily. He looked at it and said, "Yep, I saw what was happening. I knew I shouldn't have did it. I did it anyway. I fucked up and I learned a lesson." I said, "Okay, as long as you learned your lesson, I love you, and keep your." But it was tough for a dad watching that. I just let him know that. I didn't.
So
So maybe
he
that was a little shaming. That was maybe a little shaming, but
so
he
he
took it
knew
as a
he
joke.
shouldn't have done something and did it, right? That's what you said?
Yep, you're right. You knew he knew he did something he should not have done.
What was one of my criterias for the only time I feel shame?
Was when that happened.
You're right.
Was when you had yeah, and so yeah, I recognize that, but it depends. It depends. If you were raised with a single mom who was a heroin addict and did all this crazy stuff and didn't care about God and did all this other stuff, your upbringing and input would have changed the
Why
way
you
you would have
sneak in the
looked.
God part?
Huh?
I said you snuck in the God part.
All I said, if she wasn't in there,
I
if
know.
God wasn't.
I'm messing with you. You snuck that in there real fast, Buck. You snuck it in there.
All right. Well, I mean, I guess I'm trying to stay on topic, right?
No, you're good. You're good.
But no, I mean, no, philosophically, yeah. I mean, how does all this stuff affect you as a growing up individual who has a hard life and is taught in certain ways to take this responsibility on yourself, to endure this shame, and that you're not going to ever live above it?
Right.
I
Well,
mean,
yes, Buck. Who is the only group of people that would teach you to just worry about shame? Like, if I wanted to control you, would I not make that one of my criterias for you to be shamed?
Do you not think that the political elite in this country don't shame the people that they're around who don't live up to the expectations that they're expected to hold?
Yes,
Oh, you should
Buck.
have won that election.
That's what the
Yep,
Bible
you
is,
didn't live
Buck.
up to that. Yeah.
That's the Bible, Buck.
Huh?
That's the Bible too, bro.
Yeah.
So
Look,
so
dude,
the whole book is made up. It's all made up.
look.
It's made up off of real life stuff. That was my whole point of this conversation. Like, it's made up.
I agree that there's. I'll say this. I've seen there is evidence that certain things have happened, but there's certainly embellishments and some wide out fabrications within the Bible, within the text of historical nature. But at some point, there are things where it started to become historical. But I'm not worried about any of that sort of stuff. What I'm worried about is a connection with with a God that somehow makes itself present throughout ages, despite the fact that there's differences of opinions and religions about how he should be worshipped and what he actually means, or even if he is a he or anything beyond that. Or
I'm glad you caught that, but why don't you continue that? You're so close to where I'm at, Buck. I'm wondering why you're not there. So it's just what I'm asking is because you think logically, like, to me. Let me say it this way.
Because
hold on, real fast. I'll let you finish. Let me finish real fast. All right. Because I understand what you're saying. I'm just wondering why you stop right there. Because you made a logical statement. You were like, yeah, all of this crap, I'm paraphrasing. All of this can just be BS. But I'm like, well, wait, why do we do but? Buck, we don't have to do but. Let's just say, hey, as far as I know, all of this crap is BS. Until proven otherwise, I will say it's BS. All right, go ahead.
Because I think, like what you're doing, listening to human experience and understanding from another point of view what they understand to be God and faith, and that understanding helps me to understand my understanding of God and faith and whatever that is. And it doesn't mean I have to hate it, love it, accept it. I can look at it and say, okay, has a point, or it doesn't. That's just hogwash to me. And I can recognize, well, if you believe that, that's great too, for you. That's it. And so I guess the problem is not so much me or you or most of the people that are probably listening here, is that we're not willing to engage each other in a physically confrontational level. And that's where the problem comes, is when somebody says, you know what, I'm right and you're wrong so much that my God said you got to die. That's where we have problems, and that's where you got to watch who's telling you what and why they're telling it to you.
What if we
Because
brought
they're
up
twisting, the
people to
Bible.
not take it that serious though? Because even between
I
me
know,
and
and
you,
that's the danger.
me
That's
and
the
you just
danger that
happen to get along, right? I think me and you just happen to get along. So say we didn't get along, you have this thing that you think is real that does dictate part of your life, right?
right, but here's the thing. I'm not taking it personally because you don't believe the same way I do. I'm okay with that. So it's when somebody says, "Oh, you're condemned. You got problems." You know, when somebody starts to relegate you to something less than Christian, you're human, but you're not Christian. When you
Okay.
start when we start wearing hats, when we start excluding people from our group, that's when I see problems with it. I can get
Okay.
along with our group if we can respect each other and talk coherently and respect the fact that yeah, he doesn't see it the same way as I do.
But it
Because
makes sense to me if this thing, here's the problem, like the fact that we're talking about something that's not provable and still allowing it to dictate our society at all causes the problem to where now this person that tells me they believe in this invisible thing and it's telling them things, it's telling them how to act, it's saying all of these things. I can never truly show that person they're wrong. And that's like that you build societies off of being able to show each other that something is wrong. Like this is our problem.
no, no.
We're allowing this thing that no one can prove to dictate people's lives.
Well, and that's the danger of the sheep. That's the danger of the crowd, and that's what
So shouldn't it be
that's
better to teach people that this isn't something that's real
mm, um well
until it's proven? By the way, until it's proven, but
I think
until
there should be fair exploration throughout the entirety of the fact that people have this
so
belief system.
for
I
300
think
for
belief is
300,000
inherent in
years,
humanity.
let's pretend for 300,000 years since we started becoming like since we became humans, we thought about gods.
We
So
started writing, we started thinking
so
about guns.
we have never found anything ever. I think it's time to say that this isn't real. We've had 300,000 years to figure out if there's a god. It hasn't happened. We need to give it up. We need to focus
Well,
on
I,
we need
I
to
think we
focus
need to
on reality.
I think we need to give it up because every interpretation of that is individual and subjective, and we have to respect that. That's what I think we need to do is respect
We've been
that you have a
respecting it though,
different.
Buck. We've respected it for most of our human civilization. We've respected this thing that nobody
No,
can
we
prove.
haven't. No, we haven't. There's always been a well, we're better than them attitude.
Oh no, that has nothing
Even
to do with religion part. Like that'll be there, but the fact that we can't even tackle that because if I'm telling you that you're wrong, that we aren't equal, and then you're telling me that hey, my God tells me I am, I can't say anything against you. Like, what am I supposed to
well,
do to the person that tells me that their
well,
God
that's
tells them they're real? Or sorry, that they're
well.
right. Sorry, apologize.
I mean, I guess that's our dilemma, right? How do we look? I'm facing it too. I mean, my daughter's believes a lot of that stuff. That lady, my daughter's the one who turned me on to Matt Walsh, of
Oh
all
no!
people.
Oh no!
I was like, where the hell did this
Oh
come from?
god!
I'm like, you gave me this.
Oh god! Matt Walsh, I'm sorry, brother. I don't know. We might have to talk
Well,
about some of that.
oh, I mean, and this is a guy who's doing a lot of twisting and turning of things that were said and not even proven to be said, and don't have any basis in what he's talking about. That he's twisting the Bible as its justification, and that's the danger. That's the danger. Is a Matt Walsh or even
What
Trump,
if?
who's trying to do
Oh,
that
I got
stuff and
something
has
for
no
you. I
idea
think you're
even
gonna
what
get
he's
this,
doing.
Buck. The only reason I'm cutting you off because I think you'll get what I'm saying.
Mm.
Should we allow, if like, make what you're saying Santa Claus? Should we allow people to be able to dictate other people's lives in the same way that the Bible does, and if it's Santa Claus? Shouldn't they be
No,
able
I
to
don't.
make these political movements off of Santa Claus?
No, and I don't think we should off of the Bible or off of the Quran or off
Correct.
of
But
all
why
of those.
can't they, hold on, sorry. Why can't they do that with Santa Claus? There's a reason why they can't.
Well, because it's not as salient.
Because
I
we
mean,
all
Jesus.
agreed, like the whole world, Buck, agreed that Santa Claus isn't real.
Well,
That's
let
the,
me ask you this. Let me
wait, don't
ask you
skip
this.
on that though. Don't skip on that.
No, no, I have to ask you. It's about Santa Claus. Did you
Okay.
did you raise your kids with Santa Claus?
Yeah, no, we did Santa Claus until they could understand, and then we told them that there's no Santa Claus. It was very early.
I got so mad at my grandparents and my mom for raising me up until I was 10 years old, believing there was a Santa Claus.
Yeah,
And
that's too
when I
late.
discovered there wasn't, I got pissed, and
Yeah.
I didn't do that. I did not raise my kids that way. I said there is
I'm
no Santa Claus.
I'm pretty
I'm
sure,
saying,
because even me and my wife talked about this. I'm pretty sure they learned at the age that they, like, I told them, or I told her, as soon as they ask, we will tell them the truth, and that's what happened. They asked at, like, I don't even, like, they must have been like 5 or 6. It was like super fast.
right. But it was just something. It was just something that I remember from my childhood about Christmas and Santa Claus and being duped.
Yeah,
And
I think
when I realized that I was
pretty bad
duped by
until you were
people who
10.
I loved, by the people who I loved
Yeah,
and respected most, and then I was like, well, I'm not going to do that to my kids.
that's good, and I respect that, by the way. And I would take, if like for me, if I went back and talked to myself right now, I would even say like that's not too good, Jay. I probably would say
but
that.
but
Um,
I've even gotten some kickback as if he was Jesus about not giving my kids the magic of Christmas and making them believe in Santa Claus. I'm like,
yeah,
why?
but what we did, the magic of Christmas can still be there without a made up figure. That's the only
I
reason I'm kind of condemning
I
myself a
agree. I
little bit,
agree.
maybe.
I agree. Dude, I've had some. I'll tell you what.
Maybe they were a little older, but I don't remember.
A lot of festivals and things really mixed my head up because of some doctrines that I'd read into about um, the origins of worship and what a festival is. And a holiday is a holy day, is a day of worship, and they're not necessarily based on Christian things. So I was like, well, I'm a little skeptical of all that sort of hullabaloo. It's kind of incorporated from bringing in Christianity and it incorporating the customs of the local population of the people they converted, right? That's the way I kind of figure that a lot of that Christmas sort of stuff went on. But during all that
Yeah,
time, I was going
but I think
I was going through a lot of studying and understanding what the Bible's really talking about and trying to understand what it really
yeah,
said.
but
And
we got off the point a little bit there because my
yeah,
point
yeah,
was the reason Santa Claus isn't out of control is because as a society, we all said it wasn't true.
but I did it, and I was pointing to the fact that even within my community, my mom was mad that I did that.
That's okay, but
That I did,
she could never move the world because she's mad that Santa Claus is being taught as not real. People move the world because people don't believe Jesus is the Lord
right?
and Savior.
You're right because well, but Mohammedanism could do the same.
Yeah,
It
but
has enough.
it doesn't
It
matter
has
who we
enough
say.
problems.
I'm just focused on this one. The fact that we
Well,
can't admit that this thing isn't true causes more harm than good.
well, you have to. Yeah, I think we have to reassess truth because I think it's truth, but
Yeah,
not
but you
factual.
didn't say that
That's
about
what I.
Santa Claus though. Is Santa
That's what.
Claus true or not?
Well, there's true upstanding morals into that. Be a good kid and get rewarded, right? I
Yeah,
mean,
but we
isn't
can do
that
that without Santa Claus, right? I think we both would agree.
sure? Absolutely, we can
So
do that without Jesus.
we can make the world better without Jesus, right?
Well, I mean, I guess what example do you use if not Jesus? I mean, is it
We
Santa
didn't need to
Claus?
use Santa Claus. We just said we didn't need to use
Well, we
Santa
would use
Claus.
something. We would use something. Is it Abe Lincoln? You know,
No,
he
we
wasn't even
use
a
we look at
he
the
was
past.
he was a racist
You
too,
you look at the past and you say I want that or I don't want that.
right?
That's it.
Right, and we do that through debate and discussion and convening and discussing these sorts of
Yeah,
things.
but
That's
we
how
don't
we
need
do it.
Jesus for that. We don't need Jesus.
Well, except that people are influenced by it, and the better we see their angle, the better we can see how to confront the angle or how to
Yes.
appease them to some extent.
Why are they but it's because
Without
this was in our culture. All we have to do is start getting
what?
rid of it. That's it. Let's
Okay,
just start getting rid of it.
that seems easy.
But it takes
How do you
time. No,
how
it
do you
takes time.
how do you plan? How do you implement a plan to take away religion from every culture?
By stop
You know,
allowing people that can't prove that it's true say to be able to say it's true. If they say it's true, you have to
how do
condemn
you
them.
how do you stop them from saying that? If somebody gets on a TV and says, "Jesus said I'm saved,"
What do
and
you
you condemn them, what do
here's
you
a good
do? What do you
question.
do?
What would you think happened if every child was brought up to not believe in this? What would happen? Every child. You're not even allowed to mention Jesus. I'm not saying this is what should happen. I'm just saying in that scenario, what would happen?
Um, I think some development of God would come if we stopped right now and let humanity continue on from here. Some spiritual gene. I don't know what you could say, but there's definitely
What? What are you talking
genomal
about, bud?
memory.
I think you missed my point.
No, what I'm saying is that I think that there would be some development of God, maybe not Jesus, maybe Jesus,
No, no,
but
you're
maybe
I'm not
not.
saying okay, I got you. I'm not saying wipe the slate clean. I'm saying teach people that this isn't true. Like everybody would still know Jesus like was a thing,
But
but you
how do you?
just like Spider-Man. Why isn't like we know Spider-Man's not real?
All right. So how do you tell someone what to believe if you don't believe that someone has a choice in what they believe?
Yeah, but you don't know you don't know what they would hear what that would convince them. So all you can do is present the evidence. Like, yeah, you're
And
right. I have no clue if you would ever not understand, if you ever
and this
believe the same way as me. All I can do is present the evidence.
and this is the face I'm facing with my daughter. Is I'm showing her all kinds of evidence, and I'm like, really? You're still there? All right.
Yeah,
You know.
that's fine. All you can do is show the evidence, but you're part of what I'm saying should happen. We should not allow people to walk around saying something is true when they can't prove it.
Yeah, but I mean, I guess what do you mean by not allow? I mean, how do you
And
restrict it?
like
How do you
okay,
stop
that's
it?
fair. That's fair. Um,
I mean,
when you were
and then are we becoming?
if you affect somebody else, it should be required. I think this is morals, by the way. If I present something to my kids as
Uh
to
oh.
how they should live, I should be able to prove it to my child on why I am correct.
Okay. Now I have to ask you, where'd that morality come from? Is that something you just put together
Like I
if
said,
so,
it's probably genetic. I want my offspring to live. And there's some
Okay.
people that have genetics that they don't care if their offspring live.
Yeah.
That's true too.
Yeah, that is. I would say that's less so,
Yeah, I probably
but
say
it's
too, because like most people, like those, like let's just say, like we keep saying, like 100,000 years ago, there was a group of people that were born with that trait to want to kill their babies. How long are they gonna last?
well, well, I do think child sacrifice was probably
No, but you get my
a
point though.
common
Like that
theme.
civilization, or those genes won't get passed on because they're killing their babies. So now we just have a civilization of people that, for the most part, wanted to keep their babies. So
If
those are
you
the
kill
people
them
that
all, but
survived.
if you look at Exodus 22:20 or 29:22.
Uh huh.
Yeah, look that one up. You'll like that one.
Yeah, I mean, I get the stories, but my point still is this: like, there's a reason why I care about my child, because my ancestors probably cared about their
Right,
child, so on
right.
and
But
so on.
I think even at the time, especially when you had the opportunity to have 3 or 4 wives, that it didn't matter who your wife was to the child, but you wanted a surviving child. So you needed children to survive beyond a year, which was not common in the early times. And if you got some weird idea that if we sacrifice our firstborn child to some god that will be promised fertility in the future. And I mean, that's the belief. Now, whether it's true or not, I don't know, but whatever.
I
But
mean,
it's
I hope you get
it's
my
certainly
point
a fantasy.
before we end. Like, I hope you get my point, because my point is the people that believed that way just didn't survive. That's why we have the society we have right now.
No, they
That's it.
did, but they assimilated. They certain
Yeah, that's
people's
not
assimilate.
surviving to
Nobody
me.
got wiped out.
That's what I mean by not surviving. Yes.
Well, their culture didn't survive. Okay.
Yeah. Like, and I mean, a lot of them died off too, because if you like killing your kids, you're just gonna die off.
No, you don't kill them all. You just kill the firstborn.
Yeah, that's true. I got you.
No, if you have 15, what does it matter? I mean,
I get you. All right, Buck. What's your last thing you got for me, man? I think I got somebody that wants to chat too.
all right, I'll let you chat with him, man. Thank you, man. It is cool that you have this platform for the folks out there who do want to call in. It does help you sort out kind of what you're thinking
Yeah.
to sit down and talk with somebody who's willing to ask you questions.
Oh
So,
yeah. Always,
Joel,
anytime, Buck.
thanks a lot, bud.
All right, brother. Take care.
Yeah, you be safe.
Yes, sir. All
Like,
right. This will probably be our last one. So let me see if they're ready to talk. Hello. Hello. Oh, wait. Can you hear me now? Testing, testing. Somebody's here. Hold on.
Hello?
Yeah. There we go. You can hear me now, right?
Yeah,
All right.
that was a great conversation.
Yeah, yeah. Buck, me and Buck always have some nice ones.
I'm new. The chat's getting a little crazy. I don't like to argue. Yeah. Okay. um yeah, I mean, I love conversations like that because I don't think I know everything. I'm really I think that controversies are like just controversial things are so interesting. I love watching debates where, like someone will say, "Oh, I don't like that guy. I don't like that," and I'm like, "Well, let me see. I want to see the debate. I want to see what's going on. Even if I don't agree with the people, I want to." Sometimes it's just a great debate, and I don't even like the subject, but the way that they're able to get things across. That's one thing I like about you. You're very just straightforward. You want to know the answers. I feel like I'll be able to even organize my thoughts better with a like a what's the word, a focused logical mind like you have, that you've developed into. even from having like those crazy beliefs that you had before, or whatever they were. We don't even need to judge them. They're just different. They're you feel like you're looking at things from your truth, and when you see things that just don't match up, it bothers you. And I feel like I feel like we're very in the same situation, because there's nothing that's um being straight proven to me at all either. It's just I want to know. And even if something sounds crazy, I want to hear what that person has to say. Even if they go, oh, that person's cuckoo, that person's crazy, I'm like, you know what, I know I'm not all there either. Let me hear how they talk.
It depends, because I do not think anyone should get to say anything.
Well, I didn't say that. Yeah. I don't think that everybody should just listen. Like there's people, like I used to live in New York years ago, and when I was 9 years old, I told my grandmother, is there any other places? I got to get out of here. This is not my place. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to live here when I'm an adult, And there's other places. And then I went to family reunions or whatever, and I'm like, yeah, New York, I just don't belong there. But so everybody has like their thing, but I like science. I like science projects. That was like my subject when I wanted to know why things turned into crystals and how this turns this color and what is the magnet. I had to have all the magnets, and so I love magnets. So I'm a magnet nerd. I'm a water nerd. Water is a magnet. A lot of people don't know that, but water is a form of a magnet, and depending on like what
I have to look into that. I don't know.
Oh, look it up. Okay. Water is a form of a magnet.
I literally don't know anything about magnets. I don't know anything.
Well, it's fun, and I like doing stuff like I don't have any children, but I do like projects with the kids, and it's just good watching people just like light up because they've learned something new. I like to light up when I learn something new, even if it's something that I didn't expect or something that is not the most positive. If it's new and it's something that I learn, even if it's not something that I want to know, if it helps me understand the truth better, then I'll deal with that. But that's just the type of person that I am.
Yeah, I think we would have to my main thing is I have no problem with people wanting to. I told you I'm an experimenter, but as soon as the experiment doesn't work, I throw it away.
Yeah.
Like, so if you tell me there's magic, I'm gonna go try it, and if it doesn't work, you have to come back with me or to me with better proof. So I think that might be what's different between my truth seeking and other people's truth seeking. And that's why I was kind of talking to you, and like, so we can kind of end the other conversation, is saying somebody lied doesn't necessarily prove to me what you're trying to say, right? Like I'm
never gonna start out as a thing like that again.
That's okay.
That is kind of
hold on. Let me finish. Let me finish real fast. So, like, my wife can lie to me about one thing, and if you show me she lied to me about, I don't know, it can be something simple. Let's make it simple. If she lied to me about something simple, doesn't necessarily mean she lied to me about where she was last night.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like people think that just because you can show somebody lied, it all of a sudden proves this other unbelievable thing. So that's where I would ask you, and we'll talk again. But I would ask you to think about that, right? Like, let's just say let's just say you showed me a photo where NASA said that it was a real photo and it wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
And then you tell me that NASA really is this demon organization that has real demons and devils running it. That jump would be so crazy that the lie doesn't even mean anything. The fact that they lied about a photo in no way means that you are telling me the truth that they're demons, right? And I just want you to think about that so you can understand how to maybe come at me with more evidence.
Yeah, well,
Be,
I didn't really, well, honestly, the evidence that is there, I don't even know if you like the stuff that I was trying to tell you, like the blatant things that they said that like like they say it doesn't even like does that matter like what kind of because I don't even want to say that they're lies. I want to just say like why did they tell us this and then just say that, you know, why did they say two different things, why do they only want a certain key? I don't want to say they lied. How about that? It's a compartmentalized organization.
okay.
Why do certain rank because you really just helped me kind of want to approach um, this subject if I ever do get into it, or if I meet someone. You never know what could happen in life. I want to approach this differently, and I truly appreciate you for that. Because I don't want to know why they lied. I want to know why is the way that things are structured in our world. Why do certain ranks get certain truths and others get other forms of truth, and other people just get different perspectives in the operations that they have? Why do certain people get to know things and then other people don't get to know things, and then other people get to know things and other because that's how it is. And
Can you think of
actually,
a
when
simpler
you
way? Can you think of a simple answer? I can.
mhm.
Like take government out of it. Like why would a group of people have that structure? Like think of it that way. Like why would there be certain people in the group that know more information than the others? Like take anything weird out of it and just think it like a normal situation. Like I can think of a group right now that it makes sense for some reason to us. Can you think of a group that it makes sense that there's a group that knows more than the other people in the group?
uh, what do you mean, like a school or
Like what? Like can you think
like
of?
teachers? Like what do you mean?
Can
Are
you
you asking me like of an organization something? Well, that's
can
government. Okay. So what do you mean? Like,
can you think of a
uh-huh.
scenario where it would be
Okay.
okay for somebody in the group to know more than the others? Can you think of a scenario in that case? Or are you saying everybody should
No,
always know
you mean
everything?
is it right? Is it right? Are you talking about the moral aspect of like a hierarchy situation, like maybe a family?
Great, you thought of my very first example, which is family. I knew you
Yeah.
would. I knew you would.
Okay.
So that's why I said it. I knew you
Okay.
would. Like
Oh, okay. Cool.
in that structure,
Okay.
it makes sense for the parents
Because
to
to
not
be
share
that,
everything.
of course.
So I'm not saying that's
We were
what's
just
going
talking.
on.
We were just talking about the Christmas thing, which goes into it. Remember the Christmas thing, and
Right.
you said that you told your kid. My mom told me at 4 because she just wanted me to know that somebody she was buying my presents, but
That's funny. That's funny.
and that's so funny. But I wasn't allowed to tell the other kids though, and I did
Yeah.
keep that secret. I'm a very good secret keeper, but I didn't tell the other
Oh,
kids.
I got it. Hey, I got in trouble because I went and told my neighbor.
Oh,
I
you did? You know
did.
what? I love that. I love that. But you know, my mom kind of had this thing with me, and I wasn't going to not listen to her.
I ain't gonna lie. I got in so much trouble. I learned there wasn't no Santa Claus. I went and told my neighbor. Their parents got so pissed. They were so mad. They were
Oh
so mad. I
man.
still remember my friend. His name was Scott. And he was like, that is not true. Santa Claus is real. And I was like, bro, I'm telling you.
Oh no, it's not. My mom was like, and my mom like they were like,
Oh,
we want you
good.
to know that we're buying because I wanted to know like our chimney doesn't have anything in it because I live in Queens. I'm like my chimney doesn't and grandma's like oh no the only time it works is when Santa and just nothing was working. It was just bothering me and I kept on asking questions in front of the other kids so they had to tell me.
Yeah.
And then they were like, well, and I always wanted to be with the adults. I always wanted to know what they were talking about. I thought I was grown, and so it was a secret. So I felt like I was an adult, and
Yeah.
so. But
Did you
anyway,
did you
but
feel that
yeah,
that
you're
was an
right.
okay
You're
secret?
right. No, I think I think that when you have a secret that like that, I don't like that secret. I would never if it, it
Hmm.
I would never Me personally, I wouldn't do the whole Christmas thing. But honestly, I think little things are fun. I mean, like I guess you're right. You know what I mean? Like telling the kids that this will happen if you eat your vegetables because you don't want them to only eat the junk. You know what I mean? Like we have all of our little things that we do, but certain things do cause more damage
Yeah.
than others, and especially when like I say, I read operations where they know that it's going to cause damage. And I don't like this world sometimes that I see. And I know everybody doesn't want to know about this kind of stuff, but sometimes the operation is damage control. You know what I mean? It is to cause damage that's involved in a lot of these operations when you bring it together. And that's what I see. I don't see goodness when I see this. I don't see like, oh, I want like from my research, and I understand you have your opinions and the things you know, but from
Mm-hmm.
my research, I feel like how can we get money away from these people? I want these people to be out of here. Those are the things I know about them. You
Okay.
understand, because it's a blatant thing. And I don't understand, and it does take you to just look and just do the research, and then you see like, wow, this is just like beyond. This is not like, oh, I don't want them to know, because no, this is like, why are you guys doing this? And that's what I see. And it is out there, and the equations don't even match up. It's just stupid. It's stupid stuff that
Do
when
you
you know it's a
think
mind operate. When I say
um
stupid, when I say stupid stuff, I mean like just let the equation work. Like let everything
well,
work. At least make it
hold on,
work
real
for
fast.
for like an eighth grader.
Yeah,
That's all I'm saying.
but the point
Give
I
us
would
some credit out here.
yeah, but the point I would make is if I hear what you're saying and I would have questions like, okay, do you not think that we went to the moon at all? Is that what you're saying?
Okay, me and a lot of other
No, just you,
people.
just you. I just want to know about you. I just want to know about you.
Wherever they went, I don't think it was a moon. I think that they went somewhere, and I think that they showed us something else. I'm not saying that there's not a place out there. What I'm saying is that what they're telling us is not the whole truth, and they're hiding something. That's all I'm
Let's,
saying. I don't know
but
where they
okay,
went. Maybe they
all
did
right.
go
Hold
somewhere,
on.
but what?
Slow down
That's all
for
I'm
me.
saying.
Yeah, just slow down
That's
for me.
all.
Because what I'm asking is, I'm trying to go down the line here. I am
Okay.
saying, what is more? Let me say this. If I granted you that they were lying about something, it would not be that they went there. I would be more like they found something there and don't want to tell somebody than to say they didn't go.
What I'm saying is that
But hold on, I really need you to hear what I just said though, because
yes.
I
No,
go
no,
off I go off. Wait, hold on. I go off of what is more likely.
I'm not. I don't take that scenario out of my mind. I'm not. That scenario is not invalid to me. Is what I'm trying to tell you. What I'm trying, like when you tell me that, I feel like, yeah, that too.
Yeah,
You know what I
but
mean?
one of
Yeah,
one of
but what?
them
They
no
lied about certain things, so I want to know, like, where did they go?
no
Yeah,
one of them
that's
is
a scenario.
one of them is more reasonable. The other one requires way more evidence.
Okay, so but the evidence that I do show, or even the evidence that I do try to tell you where you could look, or you know what, you are absolutely making, because everybody's like, you need to start doing your edit. I really need to start getting into my editing. You are giving me an inspiration, seriously, to just make my own small little like series of documentaries on this, because I'm not what you call, because flat earthers don't like me, globe earthers. It's like, how about just, I don't know what the earth is. How about let's look at the questions. Let's look at all of these things that are happening and just look at it, just like we look at everything else, like molecules and
Well, what
the way
when
light
you
works
say
and things like that. Why can't we do that?
hold
Why does
on
it have to
when
be
it
like we
another
did do this or we
another
didn't do
question
that?
for you. So
Okay.
why are you saying that the people that have been doing these experiments,
Okay.
like screw NASA real fast,
Okay.
like there were people doing these experiments proving that the Earth was round thousands of years before NASA.
Okay, and guess what?
So, like, what's wrong? But well, hold on.
Okay, so how
Well,
about this? All right, go ahead.
wait. Because you asked
All
me,
right, all right.
you said, why can't they go out there and show and do
Okay,
things? Like, I don't understand what you're
okay,
looking for because there are
okay.
people out there that have shown the work.
Yes, and there are people on my side. And when I say my side, I mean like there's people on there's people that all right me I feel like I am like at zero, and then you have 1 2 and then -1 -2. I feel like I'm at zero. I feel like there are people on both sides that are doing that are doing experiments and things of that nature, and and both of them are having peer reviews and stuff that both add up, that don't add up, and certain theories are not lining up. That is just like, you don't have to be a mathematician to know that. Even though I do know math, like I do know some math and things like that, you really don't. You don't. There you don't need to know that there are
There's no people.
discrepancies.
There is no
So
evidence that the Earth is
I'm not a
flat,
flat
right?
earther.
No, but I'm just
I'm
saying,
sorry, I
right?
was talking about
No. Okay, we're going one step at a time, right?
okay.
There's no evidence that the Earth is flat, and you agree with me there. That to me, there
No,
is
no, the evidence for me, I never even got into that with you because I don't.
Well, you
I
said you're
never
not a
got
flat
in.
earther. That's all
No,
that
no, no,
matters.
no, 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 no. I mean, I'm talking about like when we were talking about the conversation. The way that I look at it is, instead of like just looking at it like the whole, like the shape like that. What I'm saying, the way I feel is that just all water is always going to level. Period. No matter
Yeah, but
what.
that's
It's always
flat.
so yeah, yeah, no.
That's
That's
flat
different.
Earth.
Nope, that's different because because me and flat earthers, there's things that we do not agree on, and I've had
Okay.
some,
Can like
we
listen.
just don't agree on everything.
All
We
right, hold on,
don't.
hold on, hold on. Because this, like, that
Because there's
doesn't that
things they don't want to
yeah,
face
but
on
no,
their
no, no. That
side too.
hold on. That part doesn't matter because there's Christians
They're
and then
okay
there's
with shape it is.
hold on. There's Christians and then there's different type of Christians, but they're all Christians. So my point to you is it's okay. Like, of course you disagree with certain people on. You don't agree with everybody on everything. So you could still be a flat earther and not agree with everything that the flat Earth people say. My
I
point to
mean,
you.
I do understand, and I do look at the experiments, the real life experiments, where they do have the equipment. A lot of like, of course, they don't have NASA money, but they have equipment that they use. And when every time they go up a certain amount of feet, I know that it does hit a dense
All right,
sort
let's
of.
go through. Let's go through some
You know what I mean? I
questions.
know
Let's go.
that's the one thing I do know from people that don't know each other, and those experiments all line up. That's
All
all
right,
I'm saying. I know that.
let's screw the experiments because we can't trust anybody. According to you, I can't trust anybody that does an experiment. So I don't even trust your flat Earth experiments. So now I am going to just use my
Well, not
logic.
mine, but
No, but I'm saying
yeah.
if you're telling me not to
I'm
trust
just looking
NASA,
at all the
hold
experiments.
on.
That's all.
No, but you're telling me not to trust one experiment. I don't trust any of them
No, I
then.
didn't say. No, I didn't say. No. We have to. We definitely
All
have
right.
to agree
Can
on this.
can you
I
add?
have never,
I don't. I'm not even worried
ever
about this.
told
I
anyone,
just like I
yeah,
don't.
not to trust it. I would never do that because
If
that's not
you,
how you learn
it's
things.
as soon as you
That's not
tell
how you
me,
learn things,
hold
by
on.
telling people not to. Yeah.
If you tell me that they're lying, you are telling me not to trust them.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Look, I'm telling you that there are contradictions in what they're saying. They're telling one thing in in one uh, whatever article, book, the same people, and then they say another thing to the public. You have public knowing, and then you have the knowing
All right.
that is
All right.
declassified.
That's okay.
That's all I'm
I
saying.
just
And then you have stuff that is just wait, and then you have also one more thing, which is public knowledge that you can look up yourself.
I
And
understand.
even
You really don't
okay,
under you
that's
don't
all I'm
you
saying.
yeah, but you
That's
don't
all I'm
understand.
saying.
Hold on, but
And
you
then there's
don't
math. You can't change that.
you don't you're not understanding my point. This is why I like talking about these things because what you're saying to me is it doesn't matter, right?
Okay.
Like the fact I don't even care if they're always lying to me.
Okay.
Why isn't there someone out there that has already proven that the earth is flat? Like who cares what NASA is? I don't care. Like I want evidence. If the Earth is flat,
there are people out there. Tesla. I mean,
all right.
Tesla. All of his stuff.
Hold on. You got
to.
you. All right. I gotta mute real fast because you gotta let me finish. You gotta let me finish. I'm sorry because this like you gotta let me finish. So my point is because we keep switching subjects. All I care about is evidence. That's it. Like not conspiracies, nothing like that. I don't care about Tesla. I don't care about oh, I gotta turn this on. I don't care about NASA like having secrets, being Hebrew. Like I don't care about any of that. All I am asking is for evidence. I'll get my camera back on, guys. All I am asking for is evidence that the Earth.
Because I turned it off so I didn't look at the comments.
Yeah. All I care about is evidence that the Earth is flat. That's it. Like nothing else. Like nothing. I don't.
But why would I show you that when I don't even think that the Earth is like that's not what I'm saying. So why would I show you that? You got to ask somebody like Dave Flat Earth, like Flat Earth Dave. Like he'll tell you all of that, like about that, or one of the other flat, like they'll tell you. I'm not interested in the things that they're. I'm not interested in trying to convince someone that it's flat. What I am interested in is the way that they tell us where go the way that they tell us that we're going certain ways that we're not. I think that's really interesting. I think it's interesting that they the way that light works, the way that they change the equations for that. I'm interested in why, like, what is the whole reason why they have these treaties and things of that nature.
None of that has to do with anything. None of that has to do with it.
Well, I mean, like, then you'll have to get like a flat earther or somebody to come and try to like convince you of that. The only thing that I was interested in, the only thing I was really interested in was like the whole thing where you were like, I believe that they were going to the moon because you believe that. You know what I mean? And so then I was telling you about things about the moon, about the moon landing, why I didn't believe they went to the moon because of the big thing that they did with Artemis. What they did with Artemis was absolutely just like that was evil.
All right. No, I disagree. I disagree because just hold on. Because what you're saying is things that you. What you're saying is things that you cannot prove, and that's you can't prove. Not true. You can't prove that. True. You have to look at it this way: that like, do you understand how many people would have had to been involved if they didn't, if they really did not go around the moon? They didn't land on it this time.
How did each one of these astronauts have a twin then? Then why would they do that? Why would they go through that?
That's not true.
They all had a twin.
No, that's not true.
Okay. All right.
They didn't all. They didn't. No, they didn't all have twins. That has nothing to do with it.
I know they didn't. Only one of them had. Only one of them had. It's not true that they all had them.
But you just said that. That's what you just said.
Yeah, but why are they still alive? And it's true.
No, hold on, because we got to focus on. You just said that they all were twins. I said that's not true.
No. I said that they would all have to have a twin.
But they don't.
The whole thing I know that the thing with Artemis is that these people, there's only one that passed away. They're all still alive. And there's proof of that.
All right.
And so I'm telling.
Can we focus? Hold on. I gotta mute real fast. Can just listen to me real fast because you're not letting me finish. Can you did you say that? Why do they have to all have twins? Or why do they always have to have a twin? I just need you to answer that real fast and then stop because we keep talking over each other and I don't like that. All right, so I'm going to unmute you and then I just need that answer real fast. All right, go ahead.
I said that they would all have to have a twin.
All right, so this is the next question and we really have to one question at a time. Okay, so are you saying that they like each, so if there's 5 astronauts, do all 5 need to have a twin or no?
That's what would need to happen for them to pull it off.
All right. So in the Artemis mission, Are you saying that all of those astronauts have a twin?
No, they don't all have a twin.
So then, do you see where I'm confused? Because you just said they have to have twins, and then you're saying that they don't have twins in this mission. So what was, like, I don't get why we're talking about they have to have twins.
What I was saying was that in order, they would all have to have a twin in order for them to be alive today. All of them.
All right, are they, okay, so are they alive today, all of them?
One has passed.
From the Artemis mission?
One, yeah, only one. Well, all right, from.
No, I don't think any of them passed from Artemis.
No, I'm talking about. Well, is it? No, I'm sorry, not Artemis. What's the other one? You see, that's where we're all too. That's why. No wonder you were like. No wonder you got frustrated with me. No wonder you got frustrated with me. Not Artemis. What's the name of that mission? I would have been frustrated too.
Are you talking about Columbia?
Yeah, no, well, I'm talking about the mission that was in, what was it, 1980? Was it the
I think I've heard the twin thing with Columbia.
No. I'm talking about the one where it was how many of them, and they passed, and they supposedly passed away on because it blew up.
Yeah, Columbia.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I don't know. I think I had Artemis in my head because we were just talking about that. I'm just gonna calm down because I do get a little like excited and stuff like that.
Yeah, you're passionate about it. I get it.
What I'm saying is that the
Challenger. I'm sorry, it's Challenger. I apologize. Challenger.
When you said Columbia, I'm like,
yeah.
Maybe it's that, but
no.
You know what I mean. But it doesn't even matter the name. We know what we mean. But we're talking about the mission where everyone they told everybody to watch it in the schools and.
Do you want to? What if me and you watch a video together about how the twins were a lie?
Okay, I would love, and that's the kind of stuff I'm talking about. That's why I was thinking like maybe I need to just do something and put like some editing together. Like this is really you have no idea. Like I feel like I'm definitely like on a different trajectory right now because, and I think this is good. And yes, I'm not. What I'm saying is that I'm the type of person I like to try to figure things out. There's certain things that don't like people just don't care about. They just care about like, oh, I want to go, do whatever. But this is really important to me.
Good.
And I really love the way that you think. And I really do need to gather my thoughts together better and become better at this.
Let's do this. Me and you, because I like talking to you. It's so let's do this. We will set some time aside and we will watch stuff on like how I think it shows that I'm looking up something right now and it's telling me and I'll go watch it. I think I watched it before because I used to believe yeah, of course.
I don't know how to do that. Just to let you know that I'm really new at this, and a lot of the people that I know on YouTube are like in this like gossip kind of thing. And it's
don't worry about that. Don't worry about that.
I want to be like here. I want to do this kind of stuff.
Yep. Just
hold on. Teach me how to like send you stuff.
Yeah. I'm about to tell you. That's why I said hold on. Sorry. Because I'm saying like the Discord, the part. Like the parking lot area, if you can direct message me, that's cool too. But if you want to share something with everybody, you can share it there. And what I want is those kind of questions. But
I don't know if I was allowed.
No, you're great. I'm glad you asked because now I get to share it, right?
Don't like that. Yeah.
That's okay. So hold on.
Yeah.
Because what I want is I don't have all the information. But I would like a place where people can be like, hey, I think you're wrong about this. Let me show you why.
Yes.
Right.
Okay.
And because I have nothing against you saying that, hey, you just want to find out the truth. That's what I want. That's cool. So let's do that. Right. Like I'll do the same. I'm going to look up some stuff. Like we got to talk again. But next time, not next time. Sorry. In between our next talk, let's like, hey, I'll post some links in the Discord. You let me know what you think.
Oh,
And
I
then,
didn't know that was cool. Good, because a
yeah.
lot of people, I hear about it, like when I look at other people's stuff, and they're like, "Don't put this link." And then remember, Nightbot got me the first time I found you,
Yeah.
and it
Don't
said, "Oh,"
don't
so
put it in
can I do?
YouTube.
And can I just do a little disclaimer for a couple of like links of like documentaries and stuff? I just a small one, okay? I really don't like some of the attitudes of some of these people, and a lot of the information that I do get, okay, that I look at from both, because that I look at both ends. I
Why
don't
are you
just
talking about the
look at,
videos?
I'm talking about some of the videos, and I just want to let you know that does not represent who I am
Is
as a
it
person.
Gaia?
And
Is it Gaia?
oh no, it's not Gaia, but I think I've heard of Gaia. I think some of these people may, but listen, what I'm saying is that a lot of that stuff, a lot of the feel good and like the music, or like I'm not really into that. I'm into like the government documents, the actual photos, the actual pictures, the actual things of where like things are underground, and it, like our electricity and stuff like that. I'm into that.
All
I'm
right.
into like the
So
real.
let's
So I just don't want anyone to like anything I put in the Discord, you guys.
look, as
I
long
don't want you to
as
think
hold
it
on, real fast.
represents my
Is
attitude. Some of these
as
people are
long
very pompous.
as long as I will let you know if you ever did something wrong. So that's all I gotta say.
Okay, I just wanted to just say that.
I don't expect it, but I would definitely tell you, and then we'll go from there. Just use the parking lot chat, okay? That's the parking lot. Yeah.
Okay.
And then that's it for now.
I really appreciate you having me. I
of
really
course.
do. I was really looking forward to this.
Yeah, we'll chat again, I'm sure. We gotta.
Yeah.
All right, Nafisha.
Okay. You have a good one.
All right, thank you.
Good night, everybody.
All right, bye. All right. We were finishing up our conversation from earlier. So that's why she got back on, because we kind of got cut off. And I got accused of the last time somebody telling me that I cut them off, but they didn't call back in yet. Anyways, I'm gonna go start working on this video that I'm trying to get for you guys tomorrow. Thanks for all the support in this last video. You guys like killed that video. I think it was at like 6K views in like the first day and a half, which is a lot for me. So I appreciate it. Thank you guys. This went a little bit longer. I'll be honest, I hate when it goes too long, because I don't know, I think it gets dragged out and everybody's kind of tired. I like for everything to stay exciting. So thanks to all the callers. I really do appreciate it. It looks like our 2 system is working. So where we got Discord, Kuroku, I saw you jump in, but you left. So that's the only reason I thought you were done. I'll be back tomorrow. We'll have another conversation. Tomorrow's going to be on an actual specific topic. I'll find something that I want to talk about. If you haven't seen the video today, you guys go check it out. And appreciate your support. Don't forget to go to my TikTok if you guys can. I'm trying to get enough enough followers for the TikTok so we can now stream on TikTok. I don't know how many it takes. So let's just try to get the views up. And thank you guys so much, man. As always, I'm Jay. Don't forget to throw away your feelings, open your minds, and question your beliefs. Peace, guys. Thank you very much.